I was the nigga that they count.
Eagles. I can't hear you, but you can hear me.
Fucking Major, what up?
Hey, what's up, kid? How you doing, Smiley?
Good, man. It's Monday.
Ooh.
Nerd world.
Fucking right, boys. Green Fingers must be here, right? I'm sensing a Green Fingers anyways. He's coming soon. He's just running from the greenhouse into his house. He just has to get past the Chihuahuas, and he'll be here.
The dog's bark, man. As he's running through the house. Eagle Gardens is on. Eagle Gardens is on.
Oh, right on. Mike's not even fucking cheers. Fucking thought I at least had the headphones going for me, but nah. Hey, cheers, guys.
Good weekend, man.
Man, go find my headphones. How you fellas doing tonight?
Fantastic. Trimming up some 7-month-old hanging shit from the outdoor harvest. Not too shabby. It still has a nice smell and stickiness. In fact, I was thinking we could have like a little stickiness off or some bullshit like that. Who has a stickiest bud, man? Yeah, not the thing you did when you were 13. But
I was just gonna say what?
But with the buds, man, we can pick our buds. You pick your chronic, pick it up, squeeze it, and then we can see who holds the longest on the finger. I think that would be kind of funny, man.
You ever do that with like in the sunlight where you peel it apart and you get like it looks like it's all
You know who started that bullshit, right? Fucking GML. He showed that shit on his channel, and all the kids went crazy. They were like, "Oh, how is it like that?"
Now I gotta get one with the droplet of the THC. That's the new cool one. Or the bud in the middle of the fan leaf.
The guttation. You need the guttation, right? Is that what it's called? It's guttation. You already know the name.
It's the Bingus red pill.
Who gives a shit?
Fuck red pill. Calm down.
Choose red pill. Bingus.
Gentlemen. And the major.
Gentlemen, what? Where?
Well, and the major. Hey, how's it going?
Good one there, Bingus.
Good to see you guys, man. Red pill. What's yours?
Howdy.
Smiles.
How you
Captain
doing?
Eagle, what's up, buddy?
How
Can
you
we
doing,
hear Eagle
man?
yet? Oh, there we go. Good.
Yeah, finally.
Drop in for a minute.
Thanks for you guys to come running to tell me I'm fucking muted and shit.
Yeah.
I told you at the start I can't hear your shit, dude.
Yeah, I said I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, the problem was I didn't have the headphone hooked up either. I'm sitting here rocking out thinking you guys could hear me, but I couldn't hear you. But ultimately, I couldn't hear shit. You guys couldn't hear me.
I thought it was
Fucking
the mime
typical
session.
rough start.
I thought it was the mime session of the Eagle Gardens.
It could be one. I was looking through fucking I was fucking around over there and fucking the TikTok, trying to fucking just post something over there just to get the count rolling and shit. And I was looking through the sound bites. I posted Melia, the Hash Queen sound bite, but I stumbled across the napping episode where fucking Smiley and Boom were holding it down, and fucking I'm like, hey, this is Eagle Gardens, and I fucking napped tonight or some shit like that. I fucking got a kick out of it. Took me about 5 fucking takes to get out, but cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
What a fun night.
Yeah, so you boys ever hang anything up for like 7 months, 10 months? Just straight up forgot about that shit? No?
2 months.
2 months. That's just normal, Brad. Fuck, dude. That's normal. But yeah, I can't believe how sticky this shit is, dude.
Months in a year, man.
Oh, you keep track of that?
Yeah.
Let's do it by runs, man. Run number 4. I know year's almost over.
Not sure what normal is anymore, Major.
Oh, yeah, true enough, Bingus. We lost that centuries ago.
Normal's whatever we're doing, Bingus. We set normal.
That's the only normality
Ever
the
since the
Weed
pilgrims,
Nerd World take on things is it's working for me.
Yeah, you want to be normal when you're like, 10 to like 23. You feel like, oh, I got to fit in and got to find my group and, do all that shit. But I don't know, kind of, you go with a cool crowd for a while. They just ain't that cool. You go with those, those emo people, those leather wearing cool people, they do some crazy shit. I kind of like those people. You hang out with skaters for a while, you try that. Eventually you'll find your group and whatever that is. And for us, it's people who like the chronic, right? But there is another group who love the chronic, and that's the rock climbers, man. The rock climbers. Crazy fuckers.
That's some rock climbing.
Like rock right there.
That scared the shit out of me one day. I stopped climbing one day when I got stuck without a way out and managed to find a way out and said, fuck that. I ain't going to do that again. That was.
Yeah, it can be
So, fuck that.
scary.
Life's enough of a rock climb in itself, my friends. But cheating death, like jumping out of planes without a parachute and doing that.
Who wants to take the major on in sticky competition?
What do they call that
Take your
when
buds.
you aerial fly through the thing in those suits? Fuck.
Squirrel suit. Squirrel.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty fucking ballsy.
Squirrel. Come on, Smiley. Get your best nugget there. Get some of that that cake you got. Look how cakey it is.
Fuck you, man. Don't tell me what to do.
Come on now, get that blue line pie. No, that's sticky.
Random cake.
I'm no part of your whatever.
Come on, join the sticky
Whatever
club,
game you
man.
want to play, Major.
He didn't join the army.
Happy
Come on,
birthday,
you guys.
Stoney Rockafeller. Cheers, brother. I see you in there in chat. Hopefully you had a
Stoney.
good birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday, Stone, eh?
Stoney.
It's his birthday today. Good.
Must be 39.
Made it another year, man.
39, I bet.
Right on.
How was your guys this weekend?
Yeah.
Icky.
Busy.
Gotta prepare a bunch of holes for some trees, so it wasn't fun at all. Got 13 holes I gotta dig still. So I'm upgrading the fruit trees around here. Getting some new fruit, boys.
Yeah, what are you putting in?
Oh, I got a bunch of blueberries, a bunch of haskellberries. You know what haskellberries are?
Uh-uh.
It's like a bigger blueberry, like they get like an inch about, and I don't know, kind of popular around here. But they take about 5 years to produce, but there's quite the market for them. So I might adapt that into the whole program. Try and get independent. But
You just gotta keep the Bigfoot out of the patch.
I am the goddamn Bigfoot, man. But yeah, some haskellberries, some blueberries. Fuck me, I forgot the variety, but you can get 7 kilograms from one of these blueberries bushes, man. 7 kgs. Well, that's like 4 years of growth or whatever, but still, it's an incredible amount. And we have them wild up here. Don't get me wrong, you can go pick them, but picking blueberries, man, my dad got bit by a rattlesnake 3 times picking that shit. My sister almost got attacked by a bear, and the flies are so bad that time of year that you don't even want to be out there.
Plus the Sasquatch.
Plus that shit, right? Plus, it's just nice to have that stuff located in your yard where it's.
I'd rather
where
take
it
on a
is.
Sasquatch than a rattlesnake.
Yeah, my old man was bitter like that, man. Get bit by it, and there's no. He was 6'4", almost 300 pounds, big boy style. So he just knew it wouldn't really do much to him. That type of venom too. It's not like it doesn't eat your skin or anything. It just swells up, and Makes you uncomfortable for about 3 days. No biggie. There it is. There's a sticky.
Major.
Oh, hold
Has
on.
anybody ever told you that you have the with the blur, you have the silhouette of a giant garden gnome?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that, but I'll keep that in mind. Next time I hear it, I won't be so offended. Just kidding. I guess that's a good thing, right? People like those gnomes. Thank you, Eagle.
I
That's a
can't
good
wait
thing.
to see
sure.
like Gimli, like materialize out of the.
You see the beard, you know what I mean? The face, the beard, kind of color.
Wielding an axe like he's on a mission or something.
I think I do have an axe around here. I should have my axe around
Dude, that'd be awesome. Just kind of materialize
You got
out.
an axe to grind?
Oh,
Don't hurt yourself.
Cheers, Stoney.
there he is,
Cheers,
birthday
guys.
boy, birthday boy.
Thank you. Thank you.
How old are you now? 29.
39, baby.
As this one chick told me one time, I am fuck off old. But no, I'm not so gal. I wouldn't say that to you. I'm 54. Yesterday now.
Young man still.
54 and almost an eighth of a day. Not
Come
even.
on, give the weed nerd some tips now. How to get out of bed when we're 54.
It's almost a double nickel, man. Get out. I'm
Get
still
in
sitting
there.
in it. I haven't left yet.
And birthday, you get into bed. You don't get out on your birthday.
You're kind of creaky when you start getting up. Is that red pill I see over there?
No, you can't see me.
Yeah, it's true. You
Right.
Well, that's I do it. I forgot what you look like. Pretty much, it's just if you said, "What does red pill look like?"
I look like a
"Got this
garden
little
gnome.
white
I look like
circle
a garden
head,
gnome without the
kinda
blur.
white
Yeah,
blobby
he grew out
body."
his beard.
Garden gnome without the beard.
No, without the blur.
Oh,
I got the beard.
shit!
Oh,
Wait,
Now I'm upside down, Anna. No, wait.
no,
Am I?
you're good.
Okay, good.
oh, nice beard, buddy. Shit.
Yeah.
Owner, oh,
Yeah.
Brad.
Let's get
come
cut
on.
soon.
Like,
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Manly beard.
We just need you some new glasses,
You've been
I think, Brad.
What?
You need some of that new.
You've been studying the organics since the last time we seen you there, Red Pill?
Oh, you know.
You scared him back into his shell, man.
Come on, Brad, come back.
No.
His new glasses. He's waiting on that laser. The laser.
These literally are new
banger.
glasses.
He's got to have the laser eye to heat up his banger.
No, I'm gonna get an
Can you
email.
get
like
one of
the big
those?
boy.
I think that was had by all. I'm gonna smoke weed. Okay.
I'm gonna smoke some weed. What weed are you gonna smoke, Bingus? It's a 20 anyway.
God, everyone's
I-
favorite question.
Yeah, and how sticky is it?
Same answer. But Zingas. I'm waiting for the platinum cake. Man, that thing, you saw that today, right? That thing
Yeah.
is looking good, brother. And I got a bunch more clones. I'm going, grow in the light and the love of the one infinite creator. Just pouring positive energy into it. Just faster, faster.
Does that work?
She's just, no. She's a slow. She's a pretty girl. She knows it.
You should do a side by side. See if that works.
That'd be cool. That'd be
Hey,
cool.
Bingus, is it
Yes,
like
sir.
a cookie really hard nuggets? Like a ounce is like really heavy, small amount, like maybe an inch in the bag, if weighs an ounce type of thing on that platinum cake?
I don't know yet. It's only day 30 fucking.
Oh, you haven't harvested yet, right? Sorry. Well, how about you,
And they're
Smiley?
just, they're nice noogies, noog meat. Frost, beyond frost. Probably the frostiest one I've got in the garden right now. Next to
We should talk about
the
platinum cake.
biggest is a close second.
Yeah, we're talking about platinum cake.
Yeah, that's
Smiley
fine.
doesn't want to talk about it.
What do I want to talk about?
How loose the buds are and how not dense they are, and
They're
Oh, they're
getting
super
bigger.
dense.
Is
Bigger.
it
yeah, they
angry
probably
now?
are, right? And heavy.
Yeah,
Little
you
heavy
can play
things?
golf with them. You
Yeah,
can
they're
play
golf
with
balls.
it.
Beautiful golf balls. I wouldn't want to hit them. Just put it up on the tee and go, what do you think? Eh? No, you
Yeah.
want to hit her?
It's
No,
not
you
that funny with the cookies. I think all cookies seem to be like that, though. Right? A good cookie, like a small nugget like this, and that's like 4
I don't
grams almost.
smell a lot of aroma though. Is she very aromatic? I'm not thinking she is.
Cookies?
Oh, it's very aromatic.
Is it?
Yeah. Fuck, hell yeah.
All right.
A good cookie.
I got-
A good cookie. I say you only
I
get a
can-
good cookie 1 in 20 seeds, though.
Yeah.
I thought it was 1 in 20,000.
1 in 65.
There's one right there.
Yeah, well, it's been refined, right? It's down there now.
No, but fruit, I really liked the platinum cake. That was yummy. It was good. It had to me, it kind of threw me off. I thought it was gonna taste the same way it smelled, but then it tasted totally different, and it was kind of like one of those, like kung fu kicks to the chest smokes. I was underestimating.
People are
it.
going
I
to
thought it was
figure.
gonna be-
I'm trying to figure a way how to put a potentiometer on the major. All right, just kind of attach it to his square and just turn him in. You know, like when he's really going good. You know, he gets all crystal clear and he looks like Gimli with the fucking axe, and then turn him back. You know, I think that'd be a great feature for Zoom. Right, Zoom, get Zoom on the phone right now. Let's change the format.
We're going to work on it, man. The major app.
Bingus said so.
Bingus Musk over here. Taking over.
Not in the right way, but yeah.
I love how everyone's freaking out that that dude took over that Twitter thing or whatever.
Sorry to me.
Oh,
What's
Elon?
this?
Never seen anybody so
Oh.
pissed off about free speech before, you know, in a country that allows free speech. It doesn't make
Well,
sense to me.
I
But
don't think that's the whole thing, Stoney. The whole thing is that this guy had $40 billion. And what did he decide to do? Was it really protect freedom of speech? Or is
Well,
it
I
to
don't
get more
know.
popular and more possessions?
well,
Not only that, he borrowed to get it, right? So he can work off that. How that whole system works is that he can get a loan and count it against his income. So he made no money, right? $40 billion in debt now. So he can claim
well, I
more
really
money.
could
Really?
give shits lesser, right? I just like when people shake the shit up. I
No,
like to
he's-
see what happens.
He ain't shaking shit up though. That's the thing. $44 billion. How many people could you help?
Yeah,
What
I'm
you
a
would have done
billionaire
with 40
and I
billion?
fly to the fucking stars. Fuck you. I'm gonna buy Twitter. And
Get on your cock rocket and go to space. Yes,
Dude,
would
I mean,
prefer you
here's
do
the thing. There are many guys out there, probably guys that got more money than him. And I actually know there's one guy I saw
Not
this
many.
about 10, 15 years ago, and this guy's got the world's largest yacht. This fucking thing could fit like 800 fucking people on it. Okay, it's like a ship. It's a fucking cruise ship. And they said to him straight up, like, what did you pay for this? Like, he wouldn't even say because it was in the fucking billions. And he wouldn't even say
300
because
billion.
it's got fucking every goddamn toy, helicopters, and fucking everything on it. And they're like, well, you know, you could have helped out like a small country with that money. You know, that's their attitude. Once they get that kind of money, they get to a point where they get that kind of money, especially if they are able to do it and make it on their own, literally make it.
Make it on their own.
Dude,
That's
they are
another
not
thing
going to
that
fucking give you
they can't
any
do, right?
out of that. Those people ain't giving you shit. They're
In
not
that
going to help you
situation,
either.
You can't really call them they though, because I think every person can be that way in a certain amount.
Sure.
So
You're at a different level, and you're not with the commoners anymore, man. You ain't thinking like that.
Common folk.
reality, yeah.
Well,
Here
I
we
mean,
are.
come on, look at that though. Look what free money does. Free money doesn't fucking do. Nobody respects free money. That's the thing. You don't anything that's for free. You don't fucking straight out. You don't respect. You don't fucking
Correct.
give a shit about. I mean, look at all this COVID money. Did fucking people all the free money that everybody got? Did they fucking
Free.
bank that shit?
Yeah,
Did
fuck
they
yeah. I
fucking-
appreciate that
No,
shit. Much
have you
fucking
seen
higher,
everybody
dude.
at fucking the stores,
That-
fucking big
that
screen TVs
money-
in the fucking cart and shit?
Well, those
You
are the
know what I
dumb
mean?
people,
Did they
Eagle.
better their situation in most cases? Not. You know what
Those
I
are the
mean? They
fringe
most times
percentage,
that
Eagle.
free money that's just given is blown
No,
right
no,
back
no,
into
man.
the fucking pockets that gave it to them.
Not
Exactly.
everyone has no common sense. All right, those are a fraction, few people who will be like, "Oh yeah, I got $700. Let's go buy some weed, TV." Yeah, sure. Those are young dumbass kids. Anyone with a family would save that money, pay down their debt. That's what me and my wife did. We saved the money. Paid
Yeah,
down our
I
fucking
would
debt.
hope.
Yeah, that's what smart
I would
people
hope,
do.
but
You know,
that's
this is what I'm
not what
telling
I
you, like,
seen
but-
through
well,
the COVID process.
how many people have
why
you seen,
people
though,
were getting
during
all
that?
that money. Huh?
Come on now.
And it
A
wasn't
lot.
free.
I didn't stay home.
Exactly. It's not free.
And money is not free, guys. I hate to tell you this because I've already paid taxes on it. Number one, this time around, guarantee you they're going to get it back 7 times. They just feel a little guilty.
Yeah, man. They made me
They
pay
felt-
mad tax on that shit.
Let's give these guys a little money and shut them up, and they'll go out and buy a new TV, and they'll be wowed by that motherfucker, new computer.
Well, really, it was another transfer of mad money to the corporations, right? Like Bell Canada up here, $1 billion corporation, they got funding to pay for their employees. Canadian
Yeah.
Tire, they got funding
Small
for their
business
employees to pay
loans.
for. No, these were business loans. These are
Small
for
business.
the pandemic.
Amazing.
Aid, grants.
It's amazing what the mainstream will do to get us to quit yelling, "Let's go, Brandon."
We just painted on our roof.
Sorry, I already
Paint
got
on the
a
roof,
song.
hey, Johnny?
It ain't going away.
We're all saying, "Let's go, Elon Musk."
I could see something like that where he'd want to be president, or could be if he wanted.
Oh
Yeah.
God, kill me now.
You could buy it.
Bound to happen. Bound to happen.
You could
Don't
buy
know.
it.
Have tunnels from New York to LA and shit.
Next thing you know, he owns all the voting machines and he's running for president.
You talk about like high speed travel, Smiley. That's what you fuckers need, right? That's what everyone needs. High speed travel.
Yeah, under vacuum, so you're not like.
Yeah, tubes, fast tubes, man.
Tesla party.
Like at the bank.
The bank, grocery stores, all that stuff.
Just get in the tube and they.
Fuck yeah, dude! Hotbox that thing.
He's not born here, says Jack Greenstock. Really? I don't think
It would be a
Barack
different,
Obama was either.
Could you imagine that though? Like if we could ship produce and shit like that under like a tunnel, like a bank, like what you said, like the banks or whatever. Like so instead of having like semi trucks do it, they're just fucking loading up like a almost like a railroad car, but just loading that shit up and fire it off in 30 minutes it's to its destination or whatever. That'd be a trip, man.
Point, yeah. I mean,
It probably costs so much to make it smooth and just a $1 trillion operation just to get a kilometer done, right? And then an earthquake happens. Oh fuck. Who knows? Hopefully they do come up with some kind of
Listen to most of the
high-speed
conspiracy
train.
theories going on. They've already tunneled under the fucking United States.
Oh,
There's
fuck
fucking
yeah,
That's
man.
been done years
railways
ago.
coast to
What do you think
coast.
those Mexicans are doing
Yeah.
most of the time, man? They just digging little
I
tunnels.
can tell you right now,
I don't know about
Chicago
that.
has
They got
tunnels.
big old boring machines.
They used to. We had a lot of tunnels. We did what they called the Deep Tunnel Project. They
Chicago.
tapped into all these fucking tunnels, these underground tunnels that we had all throughout the city. And they were trying to do some shit with the river and divert stuff. And these tunnels were in the fucking way. So they had to go in there, and some dudes went in there, man. They're like, dude, there's some fucking weird shit going on down there. Like, you couldn't go in certain areas, It's like, why? It's just a fucking tunnel, we thought, Yeah, no, stay the fuck out of there.
Yeah, some
There's that
freaky shit.
There's that one Area 51 guy. I don't know what the hell really happened to his arm, but he said it got shot off with a laser gun down in one of those tunnels.
yeah.
In Chicago?
No. What was
I don't know
it?
if it was in Chicago, but there's some guy, he's one of those UFOologist guys, and he's missing an arm. According to him, it got shot off by an alien with a laser gun.
He's actually 3
That's
fingers on his
badass.
hand.
I want the laser gun, man.
I can't remember his name. He's dead now, though, by the way, Red Phil.
Okay, you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're
Sounds
talking about.
familiar? Yeah. I'm not making it up.
No, it'll come.
That dude might be making it up, but I'm not making it.
No, he had
Just-
several lectures.
So how can you tell it's a laser, Red? What kind of wounds would it be there? Would it even be a wound? Would it heal itself?
Clean
Heal
cut.
itself up?
Clean cut.
Right,
Yep,
right.
cauterized right at the wound.
Whoa. And they got
Yeah.
pictures of this?
Dolphins with.
Yeah,
freaking
he's
laser
like
beams.
holding his hand up. He's like, "Damn aliens took my hand. I died for that flag."
And you can see
There's
the
Contractor
coloration of the
built
skin.
one
Is this,
down
is this
south.
skin discolor?
He was. a
Yeah,
contractor
it's got
built-
hieroglyphs on it. Sorry, Bingus.
Let's all talk at once. Let's all talk.
Come on, Red.
Oh,
Monday night,
I'm having too much
Monday night,
fun.
everybody talk at once. No, he was a contractor that used to build the underground tunnels. And his name will come to me. But he's dead now. They shut him up, dude, because he was out there making money off his lectures, showing where he got lasered off. His hand got lasered off. It wasn't just there. He got wounded in his side as well. And there's a whole story about it. It was quite intriguing. But
Why were the aliens after him?
They were help tunneling the underground facilities. And according to him, it was a tall gray alien that once he saw him, fucking fired a laser beam at him and took off.
Fucking Jar Jar Binks, it sounds like to me, man.
He wasn't supposed to see him.
No, he wasn't supposed to see him. No.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's why he shot him.
You think he didn't take his eyes away, right?
Smiley, it was a love triangle gone wrong.
Do you think it's weird that they don't wear clothes? Like the Greys? They never show them with like duds on.
Well, they don't have genitals, so why would they need clothes?
I don't know.
They,
How do they reproduce? They have to have something.
because I think they are avatars, is one theory. They're not really flesh and blood type creatures. They're more of an avatar that interdimensional beings are entering so that they can actually function in a third density, is one theory. Wasn't there, don't know. Just, you stumble across this shit in the dark tunnels that I study.
Well, if you find a lightsaber, let me know because I need one.
Yeah, me too. Life extender, even.
Freaking laser beams, all right?
Sharks,
Laser beams.
sharks with lasers
Out of their eyeballs.
He's one of those guys too that didn't really believe, he wasn't like one of those UFO guys until he got his hand blown off by a fucking gray alien. Right, yeah, I kind of believe in him now.
I've heard that'll do that to you.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, I actually
I've seen
saw one.
3 aliens
All
before,
right, I'm
boys.
busted. It wasn't a gray alien. It was me and my laser eyeballs.
His red pill in his pimp suit.
Mm-hmm.
We got this place out here called Fermi Lab. Maybe you've heard of it. It's where they have that ion fucking thing where they trying to split the atom. And
Have you found a 10-foot chicken?
No, but there's white deer running around that property.
Yeah, white deer and 10-foot
massive property. And you got all kinds of weird shit. That's another one where we get contracted to go work, and when you get there, you got to go through a buttload of security, man, and you got to fill out forms and paperwork. I mean, they do everything, but probably take your blood, and they might even have a way of doing that without you even knowing. But yeah, and it's like you're very fucking held to certain areas, and you ain't going nowhere else. There's dudes there with guns just waiting for your ass. It's like a thing right out of like a government sci-fi movie, just all this doctor dudes running around, and then these guys with fucking guns, and like, where the fuck am I, man?
James DeWeaver in the chat room. The guy's name was Phil Schrader.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Schrader. You can look him up on YouTube.
Buttery popcorn. Stuff tastes like buttery popcorn.
That's gross.
It's unique.
The weed tastes like buttery popcorn?
Fuck yeah. 9 out of 10 on the butter, man.
Yeah, that's a terpene round. I've had it before. A dispensary I really liked back in Colorado had a cut.
Sure.
I don't know what it's originally named, but it had such a popcorn flavor that they called it drive-in movies.
Oh.
Phil Schneider. Okay. Thanks, James.
See?
If anybody's got a hankering to look up, it's pretty funny. Not funny. It's pretty interesting because the guy
Almost butterscotch, I guess, at the end. There's a bit of a burntness to the butter flavor. You guys had butterscotch before? Terps?
Sure.
What are we talking about?
Terps,
That was
man.
the candy that nobody wanted.
It's like
Butterscotch.
I'm trying to, I can't read your lips. I'm half deaf, so I'm like, I know there's
Butterscotch.
something.
That's butterscotch, man.
Butterscotch. Okay, he's testing his weed.
Would rather talk about terpenes than aliens.
Gotcha.
Werther's Originals.
I'm with you. Butterscotch sounds good, actually.
I love those grandma's candies.
They're popcorn.
No, it's a bit of a burntness to the end, like a negative,
What's the scale?
like a burnt butterscotch, like someone homemade butterscotch and overburnt it. Have you ever had like homemade maple syrup and it's like overdone, has a smokiness to it? It's kind of like that. There's a smoky butterscotch at the end. Where's G13? He has all that fucking,
Not popcorn.
all that. Pardon me?
So not popcorn anymore? Or
No,
still?
I'm just describing the end flavor. It's buttery popcorn, but the end, near the end of this joint too, it changed the flavor to more of a burntness. I'd have to give it
You
more
sure
of
there wasn't just a seed in there?
Negative.
That's what it sounds like. There was just a seed in there.
It's a seed flavor. Is that what that is, boys? We'll start smoking seeds then. That's fucking good.
It was that cough taken away, I think.
Buttery popcorn and then burnt. That's awesome.
Keep smoking, and it'll pop sooner or later.
You guys think all you guys' seeds smell like roses or something?
No, fucking not at all.
Okay.
Greatest chat room in the thing. We bring up a subject and everybody's researching. I got everything right there. I mean, goddamn. Thanks, James.
We had my grocery store had an event over the weekend. They had a bunch of people there, and there was a dude there blowing glass. I wish I could remember his IG name, but he's a local glass blower and shit. He was hanging out, and he had a couple of cultivars he grew out. And I wish I could remember the name of this one, but I opened it and it was just totally sour. Like, I was like, dude, what the fuck is in that thing, man? It was horrible. And if I could smell it, then it had to be really bad for someone who's got a good nose. It had to really be like putrid. But it was just like this sour, like it left like a burning sensation in my nose. It's like, oh, it's so good. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man.
No, it's like a 15-second stick there, boys. Oh, it's still sticking.
That don't mean nothing. You got sticky popcorn fingers.
Yeah.
From my caramel. Shit. Making caramel earlier, boys.
I was gonna say, give me a minute trimming, and I'll have some shit sticking to my hand for a while.
Is that how it goes, Smiley?
Yeah, you got Charis fingers.
Charis fingers. Ooh, I like that.
Your head.
Hey, Charis fingers. That reminds me. Where's green fingers?
Oh, he's coming. Guarantee.
Green
You got
fingers.
tripped up in the greenhouse.
What if he's stuck in a spider web, guys?
He finally got bit by a
Might be a
spider.
bitch.
I think he ended up on SoCal's sleep routine now. SoCal's got to go back to work, so he might be sleeping.
Yeah, they wake up together.
Synchronized.
That best friend song playing?
Hit the IG
They
phone thing.
pee at the
call
same
it.
time too, man.
Right, SoCal's just so loud in the morning, he can't keep sleeping through that.
That loud piss fart.
As you're saying that, Smiley, I'm thinking of that music they always play, in the morning. Doo-doo, that shit. And there's SoCal, there's birds chirping. I can see his phone ringing. It's a FaceTime call. There's green fingers. Hey, SoCal, fuck off. I love you, man. He wasn't happy about going back to work, though, man. That was the best. I'm like, hey, man, I think you guys were in. Some of you were. Smiley was in there.
We should blow his phone up right now.
Oh, my God.
He was in a live earlier and saying something about he's got to go get paperwork again from the doctor clearing him for work or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, so he was saying he can go back there and tell the doctor his shoulder all hurts and shit, and get him to fucking say that he's still disabled and like write him off work again.
Who are you? Who are
Fuck
you?
yeah.
Here's your updated paperwork, because he gave it to that office lady he hates or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, it's not, your paperwork's not updated and whatever." So,
Cunt face, you mean?
yeah, I was
think
giving
that's
him a
what he
hard time.
refers to her as.
Now he's gonna go back and get it. So yeah, so it extends it instead of saying that he's ready for work.
I was psychologically abused at the front desk. I needed time off.
Well, his work though, they sponsored him for racing, and I guess they got him a bike and everything. And the company's got their decals all over it and shit, and he does well in the races, and it helps their business or whatnot. And
liability.
So I guess he put a whole bunch of work into this thing, even some parts of his own onto it. And so when he got hurt on it, they said, okay, well, no big deal. What we'll do is we'll take the bike in, we'll get it all worked on, get it all fixed up and ready for you when you come back. And so he comes back to work. And he walks in there and there's the bike is filthy dirty. It's got some other numbers on it and shit. He's like, what the fuck? So they're out racing his bike around and shit's not really his, right? But it's the company's. And I mean, it's kind of his, it's like he's the racer and he works there and he's putting work in on it. And so he was just, he couldn't wait to tell me that.
His bike seat is seeing other asses?
What's that?
His bike seat is seeing other asses?
Yes. His seat is now probably no good to him. He don't want to be on it no more. But I think he said he's had some parts on it. He's like, fuck them. I'm taking them fucking parts off. They can kiss my ass. And I feel bad for him because I know what it's like having to go back like that, especially if you don't want to go back to all that bullshit. And then you get back there and you're just like, holy fuck. Sometimes I almost feel like, God, you get hurt or whatever and you're off of work for a while. And then when you do go back and you just realize how much you fucking hate it. I think that was your cue. Like, time to find something new, dude. That's what I'm doing now. I mean, it sucks. Yeah. Money wise. Yeah. Fuck. I could be making my life would be much better, but I'm much happier not going to that fucking place, man. You know what I'm saying?
There's value in that.
I'm not a good.
There's a lot of value, peace of mind, especially when you get older and you get wise to the bullshit and how things work, and then you sit back in the maze that we allow this to happen to us. But
not a good slave either. I just.
We hire these fucking people, right? We vote them in. They're supposed to be here to serve us. We put them there to take care of us. And now they're telling us what to fucking do. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. It'd be like having a company and you tell your employees, okay, well, you're all part of the thing here. So I'm going to entrust you with this and then next thing you know, they're telling you you're fucking out. We're in, we're doing it our way. And we don't care what you like.
Sounds like a date rape.
But then again,
too, man,
the split too between these two fucking sides, right? It's like there's just enough of both things on both sides to keep everybody just happy. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys like marijuana, these guys don't like marijuana, these guys like booze, these guys don't like booze. And then everybody's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So it makes it it fucks the people. So you have to really be hard pressed to pick a side. Because that side's going to serve you. No one's picking sides because it's going to serve the whole. People are picking sides for themselves. It's just like religion. You're just going to pick what works for you. Well, wait a minute. They don't allow this for these guys to.
You guys only have two choices.
I prefer the win-win option. If we can ever go down that road, it's hard. You have to kind of park the selfishness to find a win-win situation. If you're going to involve another human being, if everybody would kind of think about that, just think about it. Who's winning? Who's losing? That's one of the reasons I don't like playing poker anymore, because if you take a lot of money from a guy, if he's smiling, he secretly wants to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
All right. So that's not a win. That's not a win-win.
Yeah. You know where to get the fuck out of that poker room, eh? Either way, the game's fucking rigged, right? We got all these people picked, allowed to invest in have pivy information for you, and they can invest into these certain operations and gain mad cash quickly. It has to be stopped. They won't listen to these corporations if they can't make money on these corporations.
Well, the investment
everything's run like a pyramid.
They do need to happen, but the problem is when they do that.
But by
the
the people in
games and
charge
inflate
of these
orders.
corporations, should they be allowed to invest in these companies?
Politicians,
Yeah, politicians, of course, people in charge.
not if it's going to be a conflict of interest in the decision.
Exactly.
It's always a conflict of interest. I mean,
that's,
Well, it's a obvious root of conflict, right?
but then the hard part comes in, like, do you just not allow politicians to trade or invest? Like, that's kind of
Well, yeah. Well, they're
while they're in
politicians.
office, no.
right?
Well, they're politicians, right? They're making $150,000. That's not good enough for you. Maybe you should go find another job then. Another person.
So
would
if
gladly
somebody
step
wants
in.
to, let's say, for instance, somebody wants to build something. Some guy wants to build something, and the town's not allowing him. He goes to his buddy, the politician in the state. State comes down onto the town. They offer him up this or that. Next thing you know, he's building this building. Everyone's making money. You know, that's just how it goes. It's a
And all these
pyramid. The whole
campaign
country built
contributions?
on a pyramid operation. Everything from business, everything's a pyramid. There's one guy or two guys at the top usually, and then there's everyone down the ladder. And the lower you go, the more of them you'll find. There's more pawns than there are knights, right? So, I mean, I don't know.
Obviously, the system isn't
just
working
shut
the way
up.
it is, right?
No,
Yeah,
there's
before we get
corruption
shut
there.
down,
There
let's
is
not
a
talk
corruption there.
about government.
But the answer isn't as easy as, you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
It's a generational change and indoctrination that needs to happen. And, you know, probably your grandchildren will see something that we're hoping to find now. You know what I mean? Until all the shit gets revealed, and it's being revealed, but it's going to take a generation just to clean up the fucking mess. All right. And then it's going to take the next generation being educated on how to do things a little bit more harmoniously. Instead of,
Well, I mean, there's going to be a reset. There has to be.
Yeah,
and we're in it.
going
We're
through
in it right now. We're in the very beginning of it.
Yes, we are. You're right.
Every civilization has gone through it. If you go back in time, dude, and study, there's actually a guy that put out a study that he spent the last 30 some years of his scholar, whatever, he's some sort of scholar, going through every civilization from the rise to the fall, and he studied the fall of these civilizations and why. And basically every fucking one of them fall for the same reason, and we're in that same reason right now. But at some point, when do we as fucking human beings realize that we keep repeating the same thing, not because we're stupid really, but because there's a few people that gain control and then run everything.
You know, guys.
When I say a few people, it's not like two guys or three. I mean, there's a couple dozen of them, but they're all up there. They all have equal pieces of the big pie, and then we're all under their fucking thumb.
So on less than a gloom and doom kind of note there, I'm gonna light a little fire under you fuckers' asses here. I know I've sent guest list invitations to the major, Stoney Rockafeller, and I believe Mr. Redpill as well, because I'd like to find, for the show and the website, basically, we fucking see if you were on the guest list, then I could come and hit this little button right here and find you guys in this lineup right here.
Click on
how many
Bingus.
episodes you guys have had. Huh?
Oh, wow.
It's right there. Huh?
I have
Not
that on
only
there,
that,
looking
but
around.
if we go back home, look at this. If you guys fill this out, and when they go to your say tonight's episode, they can click on it this episode right here. Click
Look
on
at you
that,
getting
and
all
look what
fancy.
happens.
Eagle, that's
Look what
badass.
happens.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
cool,
that is
man.
so
Wait a minute.
cool. That is really
Well,
cool.
let's go down here.
You
So
ain't
we
no
go
Uncle
down to
Rick, are you?
say, this episode right here should come up to where you guys, what's up? I got multiple episodes of this. Sometimes here we go. All right. 8 feet. What's going on? All right. Usually here, find you an episode. You click on this one, like say here. You guys should come up on. Why does it keep coming up on? I don't know why it isn't doing like it's supposed to. Usually, when you click on one of these episodes, WEedNerdWorld should bring it up. And yeah, see, when you click on the episode, look, it brings up you guys' little profile there. And then if they want to like fucking, you know, I like Cheddar Bob was funny. You can click on his link and then it'll bring up like all the episodes Cheddar Bob's in. So if you guys fill out your guys' guest form, I can fucking get you guys going on here and get all your episodes linked up under your fucking shit. But I can't do that unless you guys fill out your shit.
All right. I didn't even know anything about that.
Yeah. We need to broadcast that a little more. Good job. Very good.
We'll make a note of it. Fill out shit. Hold on.
Fill out shit.
That's giving me a fucking
Res-
idea for when I do shout outs, I can connect the link to one place where people can find all of their stuff. That'd be interesting. That's a good one, people. I like that. I like that.
Trying, brother. Trying.
You know, one thing I've been studying, I want to bring this up because it brings a little slant to what we were talking about, how things are changing. There's quite a bit of evidence that I've been reading that is factual, that we're in a binary star system and that the other binary star is a dwarf, brown dwarf that we can't really see, but it comes through every 13,000 years. And those at the top of this pyramid, this corporate pyramid, this fiat system, this control mechanism that we have over Earth, they know this. So every 13,000 years, there's mass destruction on Earth. And it's said that this is the fifth version of humanity because it gets wiped out every 13,000 years. And those that go underground, right, that know that it's coming, they reemerge and they restart civilization. But there's something different this time. We're moving into a fourth dimension, fourth density, Earth itself. And they're down there in the South Pole. And what I think they're doing, I don't have proof of this, but I think they're figuring a way to magnetize and stabilize the Earth so it doesn't flip over when this binary sun comes through again. And I think it will actually make it into a future that probably all the other four versions of humanity wanted to see. And so I'm just going to throw that out there because that's some knowledge that's springing up like a spring over the last few years that I think is going to become a lot more studied.
You're talking about the polarity flip, like the North Pole and the South Pole, about the flip?
When the brown dwarf comes in, if you look at our solar system, everything's tilted. And it's tilted because there's another huge gravitational force out there that's pulling all the planets in one direction. And as it gets closer, all right, it creates havoc. And we end up with volcanic activity. We end up with destruction. We end up with, if you look at ancient history, there's always a flood story. And we don't quite know how old the human race is because we keep finding older versions, the deeper and the more that we look. And so it kind of feeds into this 13,000.
I'm sure Smiley has an answer on how old we are. Don't you, Smiley?
That's more of a red pill thing.
Oh, red pill then. Come on, let's hear your theory.
Boy.
It's out
Smiley,
there.
you want to go first? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, what's your take? Has anybody else been?
I've heard a lot of what you're saying before. It was like from that Zeitgeist, the Peter Joseph guy. It's a lot of where I've started hearing a lot of that stuff around. But I've looked at both sides of a lot of that. Bingus, you're talking to someone that's literally, doubled every single conspiracy theory out there. So
What's
if-
about the
if-
precession of the equinox?
Well, think about it. If they're doing, if
Well,
they
that's, I mean, I don't even believe in any of that.
if they know that every
The equinox?
1,000 years things are going to restart,
You know, the
just
procession
blow the shit out of
changing
the
the
planet. They
system.
use up all the resources. They don't give a fuck. They kill us off. I mean, because they realize that it's only going to last 13,000 years. So let's fucking exploit it. But this time, I think it's different, guys. I really do. So, I mean, it's just, it's becoming more provable. These are facts. In the 80s, they sent out satellites to find out why our planets were leaning. And so it's a factual thing that they found a binary star that's a brown dwarf. There's a name for it even.
Are we just wobbling? We're not leaning, right? Do we change?
No,
There's a
it's-
couple
it's-
things with that. The binary star, I've seen people explain that two different ways, kind of like what you're talking about with the 13,000 year cycle. And a lot of people use that as evidence for Nibiru and the Anunnaki. But then I've also seen people that exclude that part of it, but also have a binary star theory. But they think the binary star was at one time Saturn. There's a lot of occultism with Saturn. And if you go back, that's what some people believe is at one time Saturn was our sun before the sun was the sun. I don't believe in any of this, like I said.
well, we're about to, your children will end up discovering if this is true or not. There is evidence, and it is documented. So it's not like it's not
The NASA stuff.
Yeah, it's a NASA.
Yeah, I'm not a NASA guy. I kind of. Yeah,
Well, they
it's all-
buried it. They brought it out in the 80s and what they were doing, and now you can't. They buried it.
I'm more of a NASA lies kind of guy.
Well, we're not gonna. I'm just saying that there's a reason all this is happening above and beyond the stuff that we keep skirmishing about, politics and this and that and fucking.
Oh yeah.
It's so much greater than that, and until we raise our vision to what's really going on, change is going to come pretty fucking slow.
I think.
I mean,
there's
what do
gonna
you
be change,
fucking?
definitely.
Don't want to anybody think like, why are we here? Do you think you're really here to go to work every day and do that shit job? I mean, I don't know, man.
Mm-mm.
I don't feel
not.
that.
Anyway, I think it's quite interesting. I'm still studying. I got a book on reading.
I don't know.
Well,
Probably
about the tilt of the planets, though. What it was getting at is that binary star, the pole of that, could explain the precession of the equinox that we see. So, like the North Pole, kind of does a balance, or I guess it shifts between
That's
three
what they
stars.
say, Smiley.
Yeah, there's like three stars that kind of do that precession of the equinox, and what they
Yeah,
were
it'll say that
describing in
this
a
is
model
also
is that
doable.
that other binary sun was actually rotating in such a way and around our sun that when they come in close contact, they actually will speed up. Like the masses will speed up, and that's what kind of like fucks with it. But when they get that close, the closer it gets, the more it tilts like that, is what they're
that tilt,
getting back,
that
and
cool
then it kind
tilt
of
that
tilts
we're at?
back, and then it tilts the other way. But
You
it's
know that
all
cool tilt?
it's
That's,
all in where that sun is in orbit around.
Yeah, we're 23.4 degrees off of a 90-degree axis. So if you minus 23.4, what number do you get from 90? Minus 23.4.
You're talking about the Earth. What about all the other planets?
Okay, so it's-
66.6.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
They all lean.
66.6.
They all tilt.
Yeah.
That's the
666.
better question right there. Is why do they all tilt?
What
That's why they
speed
sent
does
the
the
satellites
Earth
out.
supposedly
Mark of the
rotate around the
beast.
sun?
That's why this
66,000
satellites
miles per hour.
to discover why everything's tilting. And they found the binary star, and then they covered up the information because they discovered this 13,000 year destruction cycle. And they don't want us to fucking know this shit, that we're going to get wiped out. But I think we are at a point where, think about it. We have the technology, especially at one of the poles, like the South Pole. They're doing shit down there. I don't know what it is.
Yes, yeah, I'm a one pole guy, just the North
Yeah.
Pole. No
They
South
can stabilize it to where it would minimize the gravitational pull of the oncoming binary star. But we're talking, this is going to take generations to occur, the fact that we're talking about it.
Well, they said a lot of people, it all goes back to the whole year 2012, and not just the Mayans, but everyone was saying that that's the transition between Pisces and Aquarius.
That's when we moved into a fourth density type energy, a higher vibrational energy in the path that we're taking towards the center of the Milky Way.
And then if you want to go, balls deep with it, if you look up Helena Blavatsky, she wrote a lot of books about this, the transition between Pisces and Aquarius and what the occult meanings of all of it is.
There's tons.
Helena Blavatsky.
There's tons of research on it. The thing of where NASA fucked up is they sent the satellites out in the 1980s. It's been documented in the encyclopedias that people have in their homes, but they scrubbed the internet of all the information because they don't want it. But it, to me, explains why those that supposedly rule are so ruthless and don't give a fuck about destroying the planet. And it's probably because they know, hey, we're going to get torched anyway in the next 13,000 years. So why not plunder it now? Because we're going to just get a restart. We'll all go underground and our bloodline will emerge and restart again. Think about it. I mean, if you were one of those guys, wouldn't you want to preserve the earth? If it was yours, if you owned it, if you had slaves, wouldn't you want to preserve it? I mean, I would. I mean, that just goes against human nature, what they're fucking doing. And I think it's because we don't understand. We've never been told what's really fucking going on, and it just drives me a little bit fucking to where I want to dive in and do the research. And that's what I do most of my time.
What me and Smiley might agree on is the reason why we got in this mess in the first place. And that's because humans thought they knew what was best and they can make their decisions of how to run things without God's help.
I couldn't hear a word you said, so I'm sorry.
Me and Smiley might agree on that what we see around going on is because humans made their decision on how to rule without God's help.
Oh yeah, separated from the way things were designed to be, created to be.
Exactly. So I don't look at this as like, oh, look at how.
Well, how can you
fucked
say
up
that,
shit it is.
Smiley? You
Like,
can't judge on that, right? If it was meant to be, it was meant to be. You couldn't change it if God made it. He's not impotent. He can make things happen, right? He didn't
well,
make
that's
things
the whole
happen.
thing.
It's
It's like,
just
if
going the way he wants
everything
it
was
to.
so bad,
This is the way.
what
This
about
is the
the
way
stray
your God
bulls
wants it to be,
killing
right?
babies and drive-bys, and how come I got cancer and all this and that? It's all blaming God. He's responsible for all the bad in the world.
Well, I thought that was a good thing, though.
No, that's what I mean. But people will be like, if he's so powerful, he could just fix everything.
Well, no, this is just his plan.
Well, I guess I would say it'd still come back to the idea that free will would exist, and the idea that you have free will is where the ability to actually love comes from, but it also enables the ability for total evil or wickedness too on the other side of that. So like, I don't know how you could separate the two, without destroying the ability to have love in a real sense,
Or the opposite, just destroying evil.
and not just be like a brainwashed robot that does what does whatever you're told. Or
Well, there you go. You just hit the thing. Is the Illuminati? That's the Illuminati doctrine. You just said it. Is when you get to the 32nd, well, actually after, when you get into the 33rd degree of Freemasonry, that's what they tell you. Is that Jehovah or God is actually the warden of a prison planet. And he's actually keeping us prisoners and holding back all those powers from us. And it's Lucifer and the Illuminati's job to enlighten us and give us godlike powers and immortality instead of God. That's what they believe. That's what everything's going on here. That's the.
I guess I believe that we are eternal beings, and we're in a mortal world, in a flesh suit, or however you want to describe that. But I do think there is a life after death, and I do think that it will be an eternal one, so I don't know. There's a lot of evidence that I think implies that there is a metaphysical that's beyond the material world. There's a lot of evidence that implies that there is some creator to the world, and I think there's a lot of evidence that applies that the creator cares about right and wrong conduct. So however you want to
Forever?
religion.
There's a creator. I died. I came back. He made me come back. I didn't
Is that
want to
your-
come back.
Is that
I
your
liked
wife?
where I was. Honestly,
Man, there's
I didn't
there's
want
a
to
lot of
come back.
evidence for all that, so
I got pushed back into my body, man.
Did you have a heart attack, Stoney?
What's that?
Did you have a heart attack or something?
Nope. I was like 15 years old, perfectly fine, didn't smoke, drink, nothing. It was, I'll never forget the day. It was easy to remember because it was the first WrestleMania ever, right? First pay-per-view. It was like a big deal. Back then, cable was one channel, you know.
Yeah.
So if you didn't pay for the thing, you basically got the squiggly line for the night. So we went to a kid's house that we knew who had cable. And I just remember going in the bathroom, and then I remember washing my hands or whatever. And just as I was washing my hands, that's all. Next thing I know, I was looking at my body from up, and then behind me was just like space. And I was like looking around, like I could see my body, but then I was like looking to look at my hands and stuff. Like I felt like I was, but there was nothing. I was nothing. I was just this little like thing of energy, I guess. I don't know. But I was nothing. I couldn't see anything. I could see things. I couldn't see me or whatever I was at that point. And it took like a minute. And then I was freaking out a little bit at first, you know, because I was like, all of a sudden I'm outside and I was like, what the fuck? And then I was kind of like, it just felt good to be out there, man. That's all I could tell you is it was every good thing, every good feeling you could ever have in your life as a kid to an adult, from sex to getting unexpected visit or a gift that you always wanted. Times those all by 1,000, combine them together, and still not even close to that pure edge, just joy, like complete safety. There was no fear. There was no, like, I wanted to take off. Like I wanted to go somewhere. I don't know where I was going to go. And then all of a sudden I was like getting pushed back to my body, man. I could feel my soul going back in, like filling it out. And then I got up, and these guys were like, the door was like, they were trying to break it down. This is an old house with the big old fucking doors, you know? And they're like ramming into this thing, and they're yelling and shit. And I opened the door and like, what the fuck, man? You've been in there for like 15 minutes. What the fuck are you doing? And, you know, the parents are freaking out and shit. And I'm like, you know, what do you say? I mean, I didn't, you know, I was like, I don't know what happened, you know? And yeah, it was just weird, you know? And I
So you think you died? You think you died?
Oh, well, I don't know, I guess. I mean, my body was laying there on the floor, man.
Shit.
I mean, I got up off the floor. I wasn't on the floor when I left my body. It was like my body was just like I popped out, and then my body collapsed. So yeah, I had a couple of bruises and shit, but they never hurt.
Yep.
Like I had a black and blue mark on my hip. I guess it must the way I fell into the cabinet, and then on my shoulder. And it was all black and blue and shit, but it didn't even hurt. Like I could touch it, you could hit. It was just like, it was weird. But anyways, yeah, that's what happened to me. And I never said anything for a long time. But then
no, that'll change your
I
life.
read this story, and this chick was saying her story, and she got into a car accident though, and they took her got her into the hospital in the emergency room and started working on her, and she popped out while they were working on her, and she was flatlining. So she knew she was dead. So that's where I was like, yeah, I must have been dead too, because everything she described is exactly the same as mine. Like just being in this space, like looking down, but behind you is just like, you can go, you know, and she didn't want to come back either. It was just too nice. It's like being in that hot tub, you know, and Your wife's over there, come on, get in the pool. It's nice. And you're like, it's not going to be nice when you get from the hot tub into that pool. Even though the pool is heated at 80 degrees, it's going to be cold, man. There's shrinkage and shit going to happen. So, you're not going to be in a hurry to jump in that pool. So it's kind of like that in a way, I guess. You're just like, fuck that. I'm staying here.
There's a lot of
There's shrinkage in the afterlife.
I don't know, dude. I didn't have anything. So I was like, there's nothing.
You tried to look down and there was nothing.
But just like now. Nothing's changed.
No,
coming back though is like Ron Jeremy.
That's
well,
what
maybe
you're
not
hoping.
exactly him, but maybe a body.
You're like, I'm alive.
Yeah. I don't know everyone have a mustache like that.
No, but a lot of things with NDEs and OBEs, near-death experiences, out-of-body experiences, that feeling of like being pushed and pulled out or in of your body is something that I think of when, if anyone's ever tried salvia. And most people have terrifying experiences with that, and one time is enough to scare them off for the rest of their life. And the most common effect that most people have with that terrifying feeling is being felt like you're being pushed or pulled in different directions. Now, if you know what you're getting yourself into and you kind of relax and let that happen, same thing. Your body just goes out. And then what you were looking at, whatever field of view you had, literally becomes a page. And then you keep floating and ascending away in like three-dimensional space all around you. But yeah, that feeling, the pushing and pulling, a lot of people kind of resist. But that's the feeling of leaving your body. There's many other ways of people doing it. People swear.
Yeah, I popped out, man. It was like pop, and I was out. It was like a cork, man. And it was like almost like it was like an accident. Like I wasn't, like I wasn't supposed to be there. Like,
that's
hey,
exactly what happened to me in that three-dimensional space. The first thing I saw was, like I said, the field of view that I had happened to be, we're going to hate this because it's Wisconsin, but it was a Packers banner. And the Packers banner wasn't a Packers banner. It morphed and 3D shifted into an arrow, like a flying from a bow and arrow. And I was like looking at like a dead sight of it. I'm like, what the hell is this flying at me? And I like matrix duck. And I look and it's just the fucking arrow flying right past me. And it had the feeling of, yep, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm being attacked. Now, the way back in my body wasn't easy. Like I said, I was like detached, and it was like said, like hot tub or water. You had to swim to get back to reality. And as that happened, everything in the room that I was originally at just started spilling off into a three-dimensional space. And it was like miscellaneous shit that had nothing attached. It was just a soda can or something flying out of nowhere. And then I saw an alarm clock, like alarm clock, the analog, whatever thing on it. And it has a cord attached to it because, it's plugged into a something somewhere. And I use that. I hold on to alarm clock and I literally like rope pull myself back into reality.
And that's off that Salvia dividorium or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
Red.
Yeah, a lot of people, like I said, they get scared off of that, but
yeah, I only tried it, maybe a handful of times. But I got the good trip out in outer space as well, man. It was it changes your life. You all of a sudden have respect for that drug. Because before, most of us got was like a fuzzy TV. That's what I described it as.
But
and kind of drooled and went to one side.
Yeah,
right. You get, like you said, get pulled to one side. You'd always drift.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the real trip, of course. And then I don't know. Like you said, you don't want to do it after that.
Well, my first reaction was I couldn't believe that this is legal and weed isn't. How the fuck is this legal? But weed isn't.
Do you remember like the strength of it by any chance? Like 50x or whatever?
Yeah, I've done 40 and 60x. The only reason I didn't do 100 wasn't because I didn't want to, but the place where I got it from literally
Yeah, we
charged
maxed it out. We took the 100.
$20. If it was 40x, it was $40. So
Right.
I'm not paying $100 for 100x.
Did you ever question like how they made that 100x though when it was the same powder? Like I didn't understand like how they made it stronger.
The way I understood it is it's an extract of that number of leaves, and then that extract is combined with 1 gram of dried leaf.
Okay, all right. Because yeah, I think you're supposed to like make a tea out of it, right, and chew it. That's how the natives did.
Longer,
Make
yeah,
wad out of it.
if you want it to last. If you want to do it the actual shaman way or ritual way, yeah, you would ingest it, not smoke it.
Yeah, I had the plant once actually. They had a whole bunch of clones up here one day. I bought, I don't know, 2 or 3 of them. They're like a square stem. That's what's so cool about them.
Yep.
It's like a vine. It's a pretty plant.
Huge veins in the leaves. Yeah.
Yeah, really cool. Easy to grow. Easy to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Should find that plant. I should find that plant again. See what kind of trip I can find.
Well,
But
yeah.
since the 420 our fucking interview there, Eagle, I've been jonesing for mushrooms again, dude. So I'm definitely gonna have to
Hey, speaking about
start a
420,
couple chambers.
420 somewhere in 1 minute.
Yes, there you go.
Just about 30 seconds.
Mhm. I'm going to take a dip. I won't get it in 30 seconds, but I had an e-nail or laser beam.
Lasers.
Cheers.
I think that Helena Blavatsky, the main book she wrote is Secret Doctrine of the Ages, something like that. She would subject her body to being possessed by all kinds of things, and that's what dictated most of those books. I'm going 2 steps backwards. Sorry, guys.
All right. They got those video camera recordings of those orbs that float around and shit. Stoney
I've seen 3 of them, man. I've seen 3 orbs before.
Yeah, Stoney telling that story made me think of that. Like, holy shit, man. I wonder if that's what a fucking ghost really is or whatever, you know?
Aliens. So I just said they were. Those are fucking aliens, man.
Sounded like an accidental Kundalini experience. We're breathing. I forget the Ayurvedic breathing. Anyways, people swear that you don't need drugs to do it. You can do it through breathing and yoga and all that.
Hypnotize yourself.
Yeah.
They say you can do it through that with that Wim Hof method and with yoga, through yoga.
Many ways to decalcify the pineal gland to allow the DMT to have the proper effect on the human instrument. Basically, near-death experiences, you're being flooded with DMT. I had one. I mean, I can relate to almost all you guys is talking about. The higher knowledge is within us. The instrument has been muted. All right. No matter what religion or what you think God is, that's a fact. I mean, that's just a physiological aspect of the vehicle that our soul is waltzing around in. I was getting at why we're being so controlled. All right. And I think it's because of this destruction cycle. And if we can wrap our head around that, we can at least, if we understand the why of things, it's easier to find solutions. But if they won't tell you why, you're fucking stabbing in the dark and fighting over politics and what religion or what's this, what's that. And it's all based on an indoctrinated mindset that's been generations in its development. So I'm just glad that we're able to have the conversation, because this conversation we couldn't have 5 years ago. It wasn't happening at all. So I appreciate everybody's input, really.
Be a nut job if you brought this shit up then. Like, oh, time to take Bingus out to pasture. Looks like I'm gonna have to take you back to the country. But no, it's true, and I think that's why I like, you know, it. So this is like, fuck, it's almost been a year since I did my interview. So yeah, I just started watching the show then, and it was Bingus talking about something about this that I sat and listened. I'm like, holy fuck, there's a dude out there that's thinking almost like me. Like, he gets it. He knows what's up. Like, he doesn't know. We don't know, but we know there's something's going on. And then we're just taking information of things that have kind of been, you know, there's things that are just laying. It always seems like the things that are laying right out there in front of your face are the most obvious things that we just always overlook, until then all of a sudden it pops and it's like, oh, well, it's always been there. And you're just like, oh yeah, we were so dumb. How did we know that? You know, just over time. I can't give you an example right now. I'm too high to think about.
Like aliens, right? Aliens. The U.S. government has given proof.
Well,
that
yeah, the
aliens
Inquirer,
exist, right?
dude. Those pictures are probably real now, right? All those years in the 70s, I'm standing at the fucking Kmart line with my mom, holding her hand, looking at the alien, and my mom, don't look at that stuff. It's like porno, you know. But inquiring minds want to know, and it was like the nut job paper, and now all of a sudden, maybe that shit was all real. That's what's amazing to me. So, I don't know.
So there is kind of a trippy part too, like the idea that we manifest things. Like, you guys have heard of those kind of concepts, but that's like actually biblical too, to where like you become what you think about most, was in scripture. And then there's what's known as the Matthew principle. And in Matthew, there's a parable that Jesus talked about where it was like, those who have much more will be given to them, and those who are lacking what little they have will be taken away. And, you know, there's different opinions on the meaning behind that, but a lot of people call it the Matthew principle, and it's to deal with like how your attitude is. So if you have an attitude of abundance, more abundance comes your way. If you have an attitude of lacking, then you tend to lose what little you do have, even, you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
and why don't they just come straight up?
Yeah, those are things are in the, you know what I mean? Those are known in these old scriptures, and it's things that we discover, you know what I mean, to be true in modern time too, or whatever. And like,
but that's the thing though. They know this stuff, but how come that's not being pushed in any of the churches? Like, they're not telling you, hey man, if you do this, like, you know, when you go to school, okay, if you do this and you do that, all of a sudden, over some time, everything's going to be great. It's like planting seeds. You keep planting these good seeds of thought, and they're going to start blossoming into these, you know, fruited plants, and you're going to have a great garden going on if you keep doing that. And now everybody did that collectively.
So funny you
the
bring
vibrational
it up, Stoney
status would be
Rockafeller.
lifted.
I was actually listening to a documentary today that said that there's, you know, they were talking about suppressed books in the Bible, and basically they were talking about that there's an after story of Adam and Eve, and basically their later life and stuff like that. And it kind of talks about how things kind of take a turn for the more worse. Adam at one point is questioning, you know, why he's got to work so hard for food and all of this, and Eve actually has chance to tell her side of the story. It's just one of those books that's kind of suppressed, that kind of doesn't tells a more real life side of the Bible, I guess.
The apocryphal books. They're not exactly suppressed. There's just reason they're not considered part of the canonical Bible, or what's known as the.
Yeah, was there like 4 or 5 versions of that thing?
Another thing in that book there as well, they talk about what I thought was interesting that I never heard was of God having a wife, which I thought was an interesting fact I had never heard of. And they said that her name's mentioned like 40 some times throughout that book as well. It was weird. I had never heard of everything that I heard today. I had never heard before. It was kind of an interesting documentary.
Constantine decided what should go in and what should stay out.
No, not really. But
No.
there's criteria behind what was established to the canonical Bible and what books were included. And a lot of that criteria was based on like references from other books. So like if other books were corroborating it, and if there were other telltales with like the authorship of them too. But there's a lot of detail to that of how those books are selected. They weren't necessarily suppressed or whatever, but they were shown to be counterfeit in some way, shape, or form,
So if we had a destruction cycle every 13,000 years, wouldn't it be common to try to piece together what was left from the past, try to make a standardized thought process so that we can move forward in a direction? And wouldn't there be like a leadership involved in that creation, in that development, in that mindset, in that indoctrination even? All right. And how many years have we been under that? All right. The Bible is a great epic. It draws stories from ancient histories that many people don't even know about. All right. But those stories have been repeated in the Bible. So I think it was an attempt to recreate, reconstruct something that worked before and try to make it better this time. You know what I mean? And Jesus has always been an example of Christ consciousness and the path to a harmonious polarization in a polarized world of negative and positive. And that's why I always reference that. That example, in fact, is in my prayers every night, to be that example. All right. So, but do you see how it all gets drawn in pieces, in bits and pieces, fragments?
Well, one thing I think of from the pieces of fragments that a lot of, it's kind of weird, it's controversial. To me, it looks like it's pretty much well established, is some people don't like that cannabis was an ingredient in anointing oil.
Absolutely.
It's pretty obvious that it was. Some people are like, no, it's sweet cane. It's cannabis, even though it was cannabis.
It only makes sense because it opens the CB1, CB2 receptors, which is nicknamed the God receptors, which help the energy come in through the top of the head and stimulate the pineal gland. Okay, that's
red pill. Have I told you lately I missed you? Thank you for bringing that back full circle.
Thank you.
Blind cat, good to see you, buddy.
Here, bud.
No, but for real, there's a whole bunch of
Blind cat, what's up from the major, baby?
What up, Major? What up, everybody?
Blind Kid, how are you, pal?
Good to see
Pretty
you.
good, brother. How about
Good,
you?
brother.
Good to see you. Smiley, what up? Bingus,
Good to see
good
you,
man.
Blanket. How you doing?
I heard salvia and I got interested.
Excellent.
I've actually grown, had like 3 or 4 plants in my window at massage school, as well as about 3 or 4 coca plants.
They have the square stem. Is that
Did it have
the
the
sure
square
sign?
stem? I don't remember. It's been about a decade since I've been there. So, but I do remember, growing it, and then also going to Haight Street and getting the 100X salvia. And basically, I was at a friend's house, and I went and grabbed his little sister's dry erase board and started spinning around in circles like freaking. I stepped into another dimension and started spinning around in circles. Like all I saw in my mind was like the pinwheel, the different color pinwheel. And it was just a crazy out of body, type of experience. But
did you have a watcher when you did it?
Yeah, well, my buddy's mom, she had a similar experience. She's like kind of stepped out of her body or whatever, but like saw enough of me. Well, I had previously smoked it, and supposedly that you have to build up the receptors in your brain in order to feel the effect.
That's why it takes a while then.
Yeah, so I think that me smoking it previously, I don't know if she actually, I take that back. I don't remember if she did have an out-of-body experience or not, but I know she was telling me about mine, and then I relayed back to her what I saw, which was just the pinwheel. It wasn't much. I just felt like a little kid at a certain point. I was like, whoa. But yeah, it's interesting.
The experience I told was actually like maybe even my third or second time. First time I had another common whatever positive side effect. Anyways, I had a recurring memory from some childhood memory of playing football in third grade recess. And it happened because a kid that was standing in front of me, I only did it as like a joke. And me and a bunch of buddies were sitting around. I had the salvia and we're waiting for my buddy to drop off weed. And I can't wait to smoke anything. I'm like, oh, I need to smoke something, a fucking cigarette, the salvia, something. So I pack a bowl of the salvia, not thinking of it was going to have an effect. Thinking like, I'm just going to take a little bit, probably won't do anything. And then my buddy was wearing a white tall tee, and the white tall tee turned into like a pull down screen for a projector. And then what from my head was projecting that image on his shirt. And then I was still there enough to like explain what I was seeing. And then the kid started fucking with me, and he grabbed his shirt and kind of like flicked it, made it like wave. And then the image just totally went away. But I was still fully infected with the salvia. And at that time, my buddy who had the weed in this situation, remember it's my buddy, walked through the garage door, but it was an exact duplicate copy of my dad. And not just like my dad on any old day, but down to the clothes he was wearing that day. And my buddies are all laughing, giggling. But in my mind's eye, I just saw my dad walking in the garage and we're busted. And I'm like, oh, no. And then my friend Josh, he's looking at me and he's literally like popping up and down, dancing in his chair. And he's pointing. He's like, he's tripping on salvia. And then I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, why would he tell my dad that? And then my buddy literally had to get like in front of my face and tell me who he was for my dad's image to dissolve away. And finally realize, not my dad. We're fine. No one's busted.
That's crazy. Yeah, I've heard all sorts of different stories from, there was some other previous students at Hartwood that did the same shit. He smoked a lot of salvia, and he literally like left his doors open all the time, never closed it. And I don't know, I think he was a little bit more spaced out, you know what I mean, from always smoking salvia, but like a little bit more ethereal, if you will. But yeah, dude, it's
a few bricks short of a log cabin.
What you're saying, Major, I fucking respect that shit, and I fucking backed off of it after that experience, you know what I mean? I respect that shit.
I think it's underestimated in its ability to do as promised. Like the shamans that originally found that, use that to directly communicate with their ancestors.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's
not off into space, man. And my buddy Philly, he thought his face got chopped off. So he was freaking out. He's speaking Bulgarian and no one's understanding him. We're just trying to control his body. He's just backing up, trying to get away from everyone. This madness. And then it's like, your turn, dude.
He wasn't speaking Bulgarian. You try to talk with half your tongue cut off.
No, man.
Yeah,
It's fucking cool, though.
It's definitely not like a party type of drug. You know what I mean? It's a fucking definitely.
No, it's just for the experience.
Yeah. You guys ever watch the Salvia videos online? They're fucking buck nutty, dude.
I just watched one earlier today. It's probably what I'm talking about.
No, I can't say I have.
Oh,
Imagine
man.
people are just yelling at each other and crying, probably. Maybe
ranges
some
the-
people throwing things.
It ranges the gambit from fucking people like, because I mean, they're from people just drooling all over themselves to freaking doing
Yeah,
some
that's a
crazy,
classic.
yeah,
Yeah,
crazy weird shit too.
Uncontrollable laughter. So much so you can't even stop laughing if you use your hands to close your mouth.
Like
Like,
tackling other people trying to eat their face off too. That's
No,
another.
totally different drugs, Smiley. You
Right?
can buy
That's
it
like
at
the cake.
Smiley.
It's like the
Smiley, you're a smart motherfucker. You probably, I imagine, haven't veered on the psychedelics too much.
I've taken some back in the day. The LSD I kind of shied away from. I had a bad trip on that, like lower back pain, like fucking
Back pain.
stuck in stuck in a weird position for like 2 hours because anyway I moved, my fucking back would kill. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was. I mean, it wasn't like I freaked out or anything. It just was that, you know. And then somebody was saying, well, that means they fucking put rat poisoning and shit in it. And then it kind of dawned on me that some motherfucker was making this shit and he could have fucked up somehow. You know what I mean? And then it kind of, I don't know. After that, I just stuck to the shit that was like mushrooms and like natural.
Well, there's natural ways to make acid, right? Red pill? Like, isn't it something to do with rye grain and alcohol, right?
Beer. Oh, you make it
Yeah.
off beer, I think, right?
Everything starts with LSA. So the source for the LSD originally was ergotamine tartrate, and that's derived from ergot fungus. And yeah, that lives on rye. It happens usually when there's an early frost, and then the next morning it just thaws out right away. And that damp frost kind of inhibits whatever kind of mold wants to grow there. And in certain situations, the ergot fungus, which I think is a black mold, actually, it's either black or dark green. But yeah, that's where it's derived from. But it comes in the form of LSA, and then the LSA is converted to LSD.
And then they spray the Everclear on it in order to extract it. Or you don't, or what way do you know to do the actual extraction? Like, because you don't just eat I mean, some people might just eat it, I guess, back in the day, but nowadays they actually extract it, right?
It's an alkaloid, I think, in the form it's in the plant, so kind of like DMT and shit. And I would always get confused with those extractions because people want you to do like a acid-base extraction versus like a non-polar solvent, and you know, with the butane, you know, experience and all that. That's kind of like my thing. Is I think of as like, why can't I just use a non-polar solvent to extract it? But I don't know. I don't know about the only thing I've tried that with is Hawaiian baby wood rose seeds. Try to do an extraction with those, and I can't remember if it was ethanol that you start with. So
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, LSA is found in a lot of things, though. Morning glory seeds, the Hawaiian baby wood rose, that fungus. It's kind of like DMT. It shows up lots of places.
Go ahead and jump out, guys. Thank you so much for letting me hang and listen to the great conversation. I'm going to leave also saying chat. I'm fixated on the chat. Forgive me for not really chiming in too much because I was reading so much commentary that was interesting in the chat room. Seriously. Not that you guys are boring, but Chat was pretty hot tonight, just saying.
It was fun. I agree.
Hell
Good
yeah.
night, Bingus.
Good night,
Later,
guys.
Bingus.
Cheers, Bingus.
Cheers, Bingus.
Cheers, buddy.
I've just been quiet because I have no comment on any of the subject matter so far.
You never done any salvia, Eagle?
No, I've always had weed blanket.
Yeah.
I've never,
I've
I've
had
never
both.
needed to go that extra route, to be honest with you. No, I've never tried it.
Motherfucker,
Yeah,
if I ever come to Michigan, you're going to do some salvia with me.
Because I know you like that the hallucinogens and shit with the acid.
Yep.
You talked about acid before, right?
Oh, yeah, man. At one point, I think it was like 28 hits. Because I had fucking taken, multiple days. It was like a 3-week
Yeah, you need
trip.
more,
By
right?
the end of the third week there, it was up to like damn near a spitball and shit. It was a life-changing 3 weeks. That's for sure.
Jesus.
Damn.
Fucking crazy. That's awesome, man.
A lot of body experience there, man.
And no out of body experience.
Was it like
That's for sure.
mushrooms for you, Eagle? Does it like come in peaks and waves? Or was this a
man.
constant?
It was definitely in waves, man. At one point, man, I remember talking to my buddy and we were fucking throwing around a tape ball and fucking, he had a fucking picture of fucking shit he was drinking, some concentrate or some shit fucking out. His dad worked at Swan, so he always had like fucking shit. That was the spot. We'd get high and go sit at his spot because his dad always had a fucking freezer full of Swan's frozen goods and shit. Anyways, fucking fast forward, fucking I throw the tape ball and it lands in this pitcher he's fucking drinking. And he didn't seem to notice or whatever. At one point we had him convinced he had fucking drank the tape ball. And after a while he was fucking I could feel it in my throat, man. You know what I mean? He was trying to like puke it out and shit. We're like, no, man, we had talking now and shit. He was trying to gag himself. No, man, we're just kidding. Just kidding. Ended up fucking in a field, fucking trying to fucking walk him out of it until sundown or sunrise and shit. Man, it was crazy fucking week, man. A few weeks. Yes. Anybody else?
Motherfucker.
Well, you know what? I wish I had. Well, at one point I wish I had the fucking film or pictures from this. This fucking we were driving around and we would fucking stop places. I'll shut this off for a second. So basically, fucking, we would stop places like in fucking front of a lumber yard or wherever the like pavilion had set up and shit. And we would fucking take like vacation shots and shit. You know what I mean? Like we were all on vacation and shit. Stop at a McDonald's where Ronald would be sitting on a bench. Everybody would get photos with him and shit. So yeah, we fucking just drove around for fucking that whole time, fucking doing just crazy shit. Crazy.
I remember when that McDonald's used to have that Ronald's. It was creepy, man. He was like, "Hey, come on, sit down next to me, little." Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It was creepy looking, dude. It was like, especially at night, you see him just be sitting there by himself. He'd be like, "Dude, let's get out of here."
Damn.
Do you think they're gonna change Ronald McDonald at some point, just because, like, I don't know?
What do you mean, Rhonda McDonald?
Because no, but like clowns scare the fuck out of kids nowadays. Like I don't know.
I'm scared the fucking shit out of kids always.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
There's been a point where they actually like that shit. I don't know. Clowns have always been kind of scary.
I like clowns. I thought they were funny as shit, like circus and shit, and they pile out of the one car.
No, not me.
Shit, you must have never watched It or read It. Stephen King.
No, man, we had Bozo Circus, man, and I went there one time, and my mom told me the story. I don't remember it, but she told me the story, man. We were like sitting like right in the front, and one of the clowns came over to to grab onto me, and I was like, "Fuck you!" And I was like 5 years old, and the clown was like, "Whoa," you know, this is like 1974 or some 72.
Fuck off, Casey.
My mom was like, she didn't know what to do. She was like,
You talking about John Wayne Casey?
Yeah, I said, fuck off, Casey.
"Fuck off, Casey."
Appropriate
John
time
Wayne
and appropriate place.
Shit.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Unfortunately,
wasn't too far
Lexi could
away.
probably attest to this, but I almost got in a fight with a Chuck E. Cheese at one time in Flint, Michigan. That fucker would not leave me alone, man. He kept coming up and fucking taking my hand, running off with it and shit. I kept warning him, shit, man. "Chuck, you better fucking knock it off, man." He fucking come up, grab the head, and fucking run off again.
That'd be the best fucking news story. Fucking angry father beats the shit out of Chucky.
Chuck E. Cheese will
Man,
be closed.
well,
for
They got it
the
on
next 2 weeks
security
until
camera.
it's
You just-
People have been
fucking
shot
told
at that
Chuck
Chuck E. Cheese, man. That Chuck E. Cheese is kind of famous for that. People have actually been shot at that very same Chuck E. Cheese. I'm not even kidding you.
shot.
Yeah.
Chuck
Would
E.
you-
Cheese, the kids are packing these days.
Yeah, man.
That was always a bad fucking deal anyway. How can you fucking, alcohol, you know what I mean? They actually
Yeah.
made it more like a party like event for the adults and shit. That never fucking worked out.
Right?
Yeah.
Must be a bunch of farmers fucking shooting at the rat, at the mouse or whatever.
Mm.
The best video would have been a parent attacking Chucky and Chucky just whooping the shit out of him, like in the costume, beating the shit out of him still.
Stuff the guy in that
the hat
ticket thing
off,
where
use
all
it
those
as a
tickets are blowing, and you get to go in there and grab as many as you can. Dude, my kids are shysters. They learned how to work those machines, with all the coins that hang there, and because I was always like, "What are you trying to do, man?" And it's always like, you got to get like 5 million tickets to even, qualify to get something halfway decent. The rest of the stuff, it's like 500 tickets here. You could have this fucking toothpick. Oh, that's awesome. I'll take one of those. I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
Plastic frog.
I tried to get them to save them, but
I just remember, I think
Yeah,
it
the
was like
bump in the
750
machine
tickets
and-
for one of those little Tesla balls, those electric things you put your hand on and all your electric fingers.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was like the coolest
Spencer
thing.
shit.
Mm-hmm. If I usually would at least get a Lucky Rabbit's foot, one of those dyed green or fucking blue ones on that little brass chain. Lucky Rabbit's foot.
Lucky rabbits.
Did they ever improve your luck?
No,
Fuckers.
maybe that's the thing. I'm just not wired to be superstitious like that.
You think they were just maybe cat's feet, not even a rabbit's foot?
Yeah, wrong animal, right?
Yeah.
I think
From China.
superstitions are just another.
Look, this
it's
is
just an
no,
old
I
form of
couldn't make
entertainment,
this
really,
up. I
right?
couldn't make this up. I simply typed in Chuck E. Cheese fight
No.
or Chuck E. Cheese Flint fight, and look what come up. I can't. I couldn't make this.
Yeah,
shit
we're gonna
up.
be able to
Like,
identify.
seriously.
Can you share it?
Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah,
evil.
yeah. Hold on.
It's eagle for sure.
Right here.
That Shiva tattoo.
Right here, look. Brawl breaks out at Chuck E. Cheese Flint. Case closed, no charges at Chuck E. Cheese Flint. Another chick fight at Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese brawl. Chuck E. Cheese fights.
Oh my God.
80. Look at where the 80 person brawl at Flint, Michigan.
Dude, Flint's a bad
See, it
place,
wasn't
right?
just me. It wasn't just me.
That's awesome.
Oh, see,
That mouse has pissed a
shit
lot of people
happens
off.
at Chuck E. Cheese, man. Flint.
Now, how many
Shit
people were
happens
probably
there,
Dude.
man.
Is that your Chuck E. Cheese?
No, man, that's not anymore.
I mean,
Not
was
anymore.
that the one that you were going to though? Is that the one where you almost got into a fight?
Yeah. That's the one. Yeah.
So I guess if you're looking for fucking duke it out, man, go to the Chuck E. Cheese. Don't go to the.
I believe it's still open. I believe that son of a bitch is still open too.
Guaranteed fight.
Right there on Miller Road, right off the highway, man. Yeah.
Shit, let's go, man. Let's all get liquored up and go
Brush.
to Chuck E. Cheese. Cost some fucking.
You're training if you're training your kids for UFC, you want to have some fucking pizza and fucking challenge? There you go.
No one's ever got a concussion in a ball pit.
That's awesome. I like to see
Some
how many
shit
Chuck
you
E.
just
Cheese
can't
fights
make
there
up.
are nationwide.
Oh, I'm sure there are probably a few.
I mean, Jesus, you get a shitload just in Flint. And I can tell you where the Chuck E. Cheese is by me is in not so good of a neighborhood.
Do you guys see
I've
these
always been
big bitches I pulled earlier?
Oh, yeah. Those things are.
Nice.
You ain't chomped on those yet, man?
Golden teacher. No, these are wet still. I mean, I did
Oh.
take one. I did take one bite off of this one. I think one little bite. I'm feeling it right now already from earlier. But yeah, they they already dropped spores and shit too. There's some golden teachers.
Yeah, I was gonna say on that Flint thing, you know what's sad about that though? Lead, one of the side effects of like lead poisoning is like increased violence and shit like that. Yeah. So like, if anything, that's
The water,
another
blame the
add-on
water, right?
telltale of what was fucking fucked up in the water there.
This is I'm still looking at this, and most of these are like 2007, 2008. So that would have been right around that time. I hate to say that,
Well,
but
dude,
there's all the way up to 16.
like they were correlating the crime waves in the 80s and shit back to the use of leaded fuel for so long, and like it actually having that effect on people and fucking people up. You know what I mean?
When you guys were talking about watching that, I watched that same thing, and I threw out another thing when I was watching that is the rate of how many serial killers that were active is correlated with that chart too.
It's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
It's like fucked up a whole generation.
Oh, I was gonna make a joke about that because the blame gets put on that dude for doing all that, but actually it was his wife, because remember in that story, he came up with a solution before the lead, but his wife thought it was too stinky, and she wouldn't let him sleep in the house. So it's just because of a nagging wife, so many people had to die.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, if it smelled that bad, we wouldn't be wanting to use it. Ethanol was
Yeah, but we'd all be, everyone would be. I think they can outweigh each other. I think.
Isn't that just corn, Smiley?
Stinky fuel.
Isn't that just like alcohol from corn or something like that? Ethanol.
No,
Yeah.
it was like what was it's a certain element.
Comes from corn, though,
Cerulean?
right?
No, Terulium. It was like some element instead of using lead.
Yeah.
For no knock gasoline. Basically, that was this solution that they wanted to find.
Well, they were the answer is to increase the octane or whatever.
Yep.
Like what they were describing, but that having the alcohol in there kind of is like what plays that role and whatever.
You could use that instead of like the lead, the triethyl lead.
Yeah.
We're all just gonna start brewing moonshine instead of buying gas.
Yeah, I mean it's all just improving performance in the motors drove the need for improved fuels, basically, is what it was coming down to, and they were trying to figure it out, and they came up with a solution with lead. But a lot of the medical people back then were, because this is like the 1930s and shit, you know what I'm saying, and like 50s or up till then or whatever. I think it was like totally eradicated in the 70s or 80s, something like that.
81, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was like good 40 years of use or whatever. But basically, the information was kind of just passed along or buried a little bit about it not being safe. But I mean, everybody that was involved knew how poisonous lead was, you know what I mean? And the guy that was working on it actually, like, after the formula kind of took off, he stopped even coming into the lab and into contact with the material because he had already gotten lead poisoning from working with it initially. So he knew then that it was fucking gonna.
Hey, Red, you're a man of chemistry, right? You know anything about white lead? How they use that in plastic water bottles?
Haven't heard about that. I know the BPA in water bottles.
Right.
Was it made from that? Or is white lead used to make BPA?
I have no idea. I just know someone was talking about it not so long ago. That's what caught my ear. It's like white lead in water bottles.
I actually started advocating for testing back right around that time, 2008, because of what was going on in the water in Flint right then and there. I kept telling the dispensaries, man, you guys are smoking fucking lead weed, man. How many of these cats aren't even thinking or filtering that water? These plants are uptaking the heavy metal.
It would just stay as an
So
ash,
good
though,
chances
right?
are you guys are smoking lead bud around here.
But
sure, those are the dudes over there grabbing what 4 pounds of fucking light.
You know, Red. What temperature does it take lead to go from a solid into a gaseous form?
Oh, hot as
2,000 degrees.
Yeah.
It always
Eagle,
stays as a solid, Eagle. It would never harm you.
And that's
the thing about all these. Exactly. Fucking Smiley.
Well, to me,
you need the lead, boy.
The scariest thing about lead in water is I can refrain from drinking it, but you have to take showers in it.
So, Red, back to chemistry and what we have to worry about, though, as weed motherfuckers. What is it? Come on now. What temperature range we dealing with, and what heavy metal do we have to worry about?
I'm kind of like I kind of agree with Coop.
Come on, motherfucker. You know what temperature? Mercury. Mercury, the worst one.
That's pretty low. That's like at 100.
Yeah. So you gotta watch out for mercury because that'll vaporize. You'll smoke mercury, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Arsenic doesn't.
I'll have to check the stats on that one.
Isn't that what the term Mad Hatter comes from? Because they used to.
I think is a pretty good flame retardant.
Yeah, they used to put it on hats for that reason, I believe, and that's what the term Mad Hatter comes from.
It's from mercury.
Yeah.
All heavy metals, but as far as weed goes, I think people do exaggerate that a little bit with the testing and what passes.
Yeah, especially with arsenic and the fucking kelp. It's like,
well, certain things, yeah.
It's 4 parts per million. It's like
minerals, even though like we think of them as being a bad thing, we need them in very, very, very low quantities. So
very little, right?
Yeah. Like
in fact, I think all the studies that you look at, there's no yield difference in using micronutrients versus no micronutrients, right?
Yeah, Himalayan pink salt has all those heavy metals in it, but it's better for you than white table salt.
Shit, that's the stuff I use.
Morning, Green 15.
Morning, brother. Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you very much.
53.
54.
54. You look good, brother. You look good.
Thanks. It's all that kelp I've been eating.
Your lead levels maxed out.
I even don't know what you're talking about. I dropped
I don't
the
either.
convo for a bit. You were talking about religion when I was last here.
We've already talked about the demise of the world. So at this point, it's like fuck it. I just exist. So what's that?
You might not even exist though. This might all just be a simulation. But I'm sure you've already covered that this morning.
No, we haven't. But thanks
no,
for
that's That's new.
Kind of like the
I believe
Matrix.
you're right, though. More and more believing that that's possible.
Oh
More
yeah,
and more, I feel like that's possible.
it kind of has that feeling lately, doesn't it?
Just yeah.
But even
it does.
my overall attitude going through shit, divorce, and then man, I get into that courtroom and no matter how cool I could keep, my anxiety level would just as soon as that judge would be like, you know, I'm just like, God, man, like I'm being treated like a fucking hardened criminal here. But nowadays it's like whatever, man. Fuck off. I don't give a shit anymore, you know? I don't know. It's weird. I'm just done with being tread on and shit. I don't know.
It allows you to be your own self. It allows you to, you know, make the decisions that are best for your flesh and blood and stuff, probably. To be able to say whatever. I'm not held accountable by this, that, and the other.
Yeah, and I just noticed kind of the same attitude in a lot of people lately. You know, they're just like done with the bullshit, you know. I guess who knows? With everything we've been through the last couple of years, man, it's just been crazy. So
I'm not taking my phone into the bedroom anymore, and I'm not picking it up when I get up in the morning. I'm just going to check it twice a day. I'm not going to bring up news feeds all the time that are designed to anger me. I'm going to get my news from places that are trustworthy. If I do that kind of stuff, it does make a difference, you know, to what you're saying. Like, fear is the problem. Fear is most of what you all have been talking about. They're trying to get you to be frightened in one way or another because that works well for them. But we don't need to be scared. We got, you know, we know what's up really. Food is medication. You need to have a hand in that if you can. Soil is life. Everything comes from it. That stuff, the important stuff.
Well, and keeping guys like sexually charged, then we just spend money like stupid idiots when we're all turned up, you know what I'm saying? So like every ad, like just a quick example of that was an old guy that owned the shop I was working with before his son bought it from. So he was like in his 70s, 80s, but he would come in and get the Sunday paper. He would get the whatever the bra and underwear ad out of the Sunday paper because like that was fucking porn from back in his day, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what porn was and shit. But yeah, that was like his weekly thing, man. He'd come in or Monday thing, and he'd like, yeah, he'd get the ad out of the Sunday paper, and that was
I don't know.
Sexual charge.
But it kind of.
What are you saying? You're saying sex sells everything, and that keeps men spending money and earning money and spending money. Yeah, that was the whole ploy.
Catalog bra and underwear section was probably about you know a quarter of the book.
Yeah,
that's true.
I always
It's
wondered
true.
why it was so big when I was a kid, but again, that's where we saw shit too. When we were kids, we were like, well, sorry, you're about 10, 11, all of a sudden you're like, wow, I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing here now. Or you used to just rip right through, get to the toy section, you know, where's the toys? Now I'm like,
Where's the high
Back and forth.
I like
Back
these
and forth.
toys better.
Wait for mom to go away.
Fucking good old Sears catalog. Then J.C. Penney's comes out and they're trying to compete. And yeah, it was a real shit show. Bras and underwear come around Christmas time. The new catalogs would come about a month or two out.
Why do I feel old that I just remember the catalogs? Period. Do they still even fucking have like
You know, right?
catalogs
You
and shit?
know, you were in there too with me. You were in there looking at page 16.
Fuck, that was grandma's house like fucking 2 months before Christmas. It was like she'd come in and just drop a stack of catalogs in front of you. Folk, circle what you want and put your initials by it.
Who remembers the Victoria's Secret catalogs when those started coming out? Those were like, whoa, I like these catalogs a real lot.
That never
I
made
mean-
in Canada.
No, you never got them up there.
Or my
Poor
brother
bastard.
fucking kept them. That's probably the
Yeah.
likely source.
I mean, they were
Sadly enough, I
Playboy.
can remember the hype over the first Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue.
Oh, yeah.
That was like the shit at that point.
Yeah, the swimsuit issues.
Look what you've started, Smiley.
I know. I was thinking that. Did I just start off?
You guys all sexually charged, Smiley.
You did it.
It is a fact, though. Like, right? Like,
Not gonna be able to open up that catalog for much longer.
but it's
It's all stuck together.
sales pitches, like sex, fear, all that stuff drives. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Well, if you
drives
pay
that.
attention to it, though, right?
It drives an agenda, whatever your agenda you're trying to.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be
Buy
afraid,
this car.
you're gonna go spend money, right? People go spend money, and we cleaned out the grocery stores, right, when COVID hit or whatever. And then, like, yeah, I mean, it's like everything's about that, like driving where you're gonna spend your money or how you're gonna spend it. Kind of, it's weird, but I don't know.
Even
Did
the
you guys
same
have
in the-
restrictions?
Even the
on
same
what
in the
you could
cannabis market.
buy? Let's not talk about that. Fuck that shit. But yeah, we had restrictions and shit, what you could buy and how much you could buy. Fucking bullshit.
Oh, I think there was some guidelines to stop the stupidness on toilet paper, maybe.
Yeah, mainly.
Whatever, man. They sold more bidets than ever before.
I guess that is the backup plan, right? Get the hose.
But that is fine. But that's a backup plan. Get the fucking hose. Don't buy a fucking bidet if the world's coming to an end. You know what I mean? Oh, we'll plumb this in so we can clean our fucking buttholes. Fuck off, man. You ain't gonna be able to eat.
I really think if the temperature was good, it's probably kind of a cool experience. I don't know.
So how many of them people that you're talking about that actually
Cold
broke
water,
down and
baby.
bought the bidet fucking are still to this day looking at the people in line with the toilet paper thinking, sucker.
I guess we all know it's
I don't know that.
And
Isn't your ass
rewind.
wet all the time then? Don't you have a wet ass? Then you gotta like get tissue or you like get a fan.
Dry that shit off.
I'm not a bidet guy. I don't know.
They have the
They have
fan
the
option.
Dyson bidet now. Shoots the water in and that blow dryer comes on.
You guys are sounding kind of sexually charged here. I don't know.
Yeah, here we go again.
So you get a
There's
wash
an
job
enema
and
mode
a
on
blow
the thing.
job.
I wasn't
Right
suggesting anything sexual with that, but hey.
Well, I don't know. Smiley was sounding excited about the warm water.
Feel light on your feet afterward, man. I don't know.
I'm over here reliving my childhood looking at these old Sears catalog ads. This is great.
I want to go back to a time where there is enough time in the day after you've had a shit to half undress and bathe your ass. I mean, I ain't got time for that. And I've got lots of time. And then I'll get
What are you doing in there, Johnny? That bidet's been running for 30 minutes.
My ass got cold. I warmed it back up again. Yeah. What a curious fucking deal, man.
I don't know. We'll have to get somebody on that. That's their custom. Like,
Well, was someone in chat saying something? Surely someone's like, nah, you're missing it. Bidet is the only way. B-day, we call it. I shouldn't say it like you.
yeah, but I don't know, maybe Stoney's worked along somebody that you wish there was such a thing as a bidet because they don't fucking clean their ass crack.
Yeah, there's a few plumbers out
Right
there
next
that I
to
wish
you.
that they would take more time. You know, it's like they say, if you go to like a carpenter's house, you're going to see trim missing, probably a cabinet hanging off, or, you know, some carpentry shit that probably keep the whip together in no time. Just it's like when you come home, it's like, fuck that thing. I'll do it tomorrow, you know. It's one of them 2-minute jobs that just kind of just lingers for like 2 years, you know. And I just lost my train of thought. Oh, yes.
Washing your ass.
Yeah, the plumbers, must be the same way when they get in there and get home. It's like they just get in and get out, quick wipe. And no, man.
If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
Well, we're not even talking about that, but because I subscribe to that.
Well, my phone did die and I just got back here. So there.
Okay. So you don't even know where we came from. Just, yeah.
Just blurting it out.
We came from B-days, dude. Bidet.
That's a closely related subject. Come on.
Yeah, it is. It is.
What do you do in the toilet? Just wash your ass?
I think you would feel rather refreshed walking out after a bidet than you would versus wiping.
I actually, since you've been talking about it, I think it would be
feel like a new person ready to tackle the day.
I'll be honest with you though.
I want one now, but
Smiley, sponsored by the day.
I'd take that shit. I'd take that sponsor.
If any of you guys have ever suffered from a hemorrhoid before or hemorrhoids, then you would think twice about that bidet. It might be that might be a bad idea. If you had a major problem with them. I had once. I can tell you this. There is no wiping once you get those things.
Oh. Okay, so
there is no wiping, man. It's
just
it's shower time or bath or whatever. Yeah, but yeah. So the bidet. I thought about it after getting those fuckers, and I was like, that would be pretty nice to have right about now, man. It was. I had no idea what was going on. But yeah, driving around in the car too much.
I feel like that was the show right there, though.
Sucked.
I've been
feel
called
bad for those people.
I've been called a hemorrhoid before. Stoney, does that count?
What's that?
I said I've been called a hemorrhoid before. Does that count?
I don't know, man. If you're the hemorrhoid, then yeah.
That'd be a kind of a funny name to see come in the chat. Hemorrhoid.
I think it was Sublime that was asked, how did the song Date Rape feel after it blew up? And they said, like a hemorrhoid.
Smiley, look at that bad boy.
I see that. That's sweet.
Oh, shit.
Fruitcake cookies over there. Look at that.
Fruity Pebbles OG. No cookies.
That's what they all say.
I like that guy's gear, man. All his stuff seems to be auto country, right? Autos, the best autos you can get.
Best autos in the biz.
Auto is OTTO, right?
Auto. So sticky. You see how sticky that shit was.
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
Everybody's butt sticks to their fingers when they finish trimming.
No, man. It's like GML's bud in the sun. It just doesn't happen to everyone's bud.
Bud in the sun. That's another cool name to see come across in the chat. Sorry.
Bud in the sun. Well, fire it up, boys.
5-minute warning, but it works.
Do 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 do.
You guys want them now?
More cowbell.
That's right.
Much more cowbell.
I didn't realize there was that much in that song all the way through. I thought there was like a certain part where it came on, but no, it was right from the get-go. That dude was just wailing.
I doubted it one night too.
The cowbell holds it all together. Like the song falls apart without the cowbell.
Yeah. Hey man, I can tell you this. Our last EP, there's a couple of songs that I put cowbell in, man, because I love it. It's just so heavy. It's bam, bam. I love it.
Oh yeah. You got to get into it too and do like fucking Will Ferrell when he was like, act like you're fucking it.
Oh shit. Be like American Band too. That was another song. I always love that. More cowbell.
General, I rolled up some blue lime pie. Just
That's approved. Major approved on that one, buddy.
It's not an auto.
How many seeds did you run through?
Huh?
How many seeds did you get? 2? How many of the blue lime pie did you run through?
I think I got a 6-pack of it originally because it was a freebie.
Nice.
Jack Joe. That's another cool name to see come across in chat.
Was it a 10-pack, 12-pack? Or did you do the major pheno hunt with a 30?
No, I wish I got 2 packs, but I could still get a pack of blue lime pie. I mean, what made the pie side of things? That the
Key
Girl
lime
Scout
pie.
cookie. That
I actually, oh, the cherry pie?
no, it's not the cherry pie.
Key lime pie?
Yeah,
Key
that's
lime.
it. Key lime pie. The key lime pie, you get that cross with Sin City's
Blue Power.
Nope, that's the one I have. That's the blue lime pie. But you can get it crossed with the other strain they were working with,
Nightmare
neon
cookies
gas or something like that. It's another great gassy thing too. But I can get my hands on that. It's tempting now.
I got a blue power pack. Mine came with 15 seeds, I believe.
Blue power, nice.
Get it? Should crack them.
Yep, someday. Those
Fucking
ones are-
Res puts in chat. He's doing shots of Tabasco. His hemorrhoids better run. Holy shit. Res, if you have hemorrhoids and you're doing that, brother.
Shots of Tabasco.
He's leaking Tabasco?
Anal leakage.
Yeah.
Because anal leakage is a laughing matter.
Anal leakage is another cool name to see come across. In chat.
Leakage or secretion, is that like different?
Terpcretion.
I don't know, I
Hey
think-
Eagle, how's
I
the
think we
fucking
should
whole
run the other
seed
way for this
going now,
conversation.
dude?
Discharge.
Seed run.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Smiley.
Oh, I was just saying one joke. My bad.
You're good.
How's the seed run going, boys? You almost done? Couple more weeks.
I'm pulling tonight or tomorrow or today, whatever
Hell yeah.
day.
You guys like
Right.
You have mark me down for some Skellington F2.
Hey, man.
You have a skeleton female on the right. You're mixing up too.
I guess the best way to help is on the fucking Eagles Patreon. Help them out with that cost. Right? Sign up to the Patreon, Weed Nerds.
Really, the coolest thing is going to be to sign up to be on the list to grow them out. And, yeah.
Well, it's going to be hundreds of dollars, no? In hours of time.
It's going to be a
Maybe
memory.
not. Maybe only 10 people want them, right?
Yeah.
There's probably like hundreds of people who want some seeds for sure.
We'll have to,
So
like,
cheers on that. What is it? The Crescent method. Wednesday. Just Smile.
Yeah. Talking.
That's awesome, brother.
What's that?
So that's awesome, man.
I'm looking forward to it. I really like Scott and Sarah. They're nice. I learned a lot from them.
You know, he's over there on their channel Wednesday. Right, not an organic takeover. He's over there.
That's Scott and Sarah from I forgot their company they own.
Impressive soil. They have a
9
YouTube
o'clock,
channel.
that's our time, right?
I think so. Yeah, it was like 9 or 10. Like that.
So which one of those besides the DOAs are you excited about, Smiley? In the pollination run?
I'm I'm pretty excited on that Jack Skillington and those cranberries, and I'm pretty excited to see some of the Skillington F2s. And I'm excited for the Platinum Kid and also the Jilly Bean. That one's gonna be pretty cool. I'm not really sure what to expect of the GG4. I guess that'd be kind of different, but I think the Jilly Bean and the Cindy 99, those will be kind of interesting ones too.
I think the GG4 will help out the structure, get fatter,
Maybe.
or at least on some of them.
Right, yeah, and a percentage of them.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
A lot of those are going to be kind of in that sativa realm, you know, like that Jilly Bean. Like, you know, I think Jilly's a pretty good sativa, at least the cut I have, and the Cindy 99. Like some of them have genetics in them too, right? Like,
Dudes, my kid just spilled her smoothie on the carpet, so I'm gonna duck out and deal with it. Peace.
Peace out, dude.
Grade 13.
Later, brother.
Yeah. Shit, it was 4:20. We did it early. Cheers.
We did do it, all right. But it is time to check out, guys. I'm gonna fucking pop out. All right. It's that time, rather. Anyways, I got some shit I gotta do before I hit the sack. So appreciate you guys popping in.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Eagle.
Okay, dude.
Good seeing all you guys.
You too, redpill. Later, Major, Smiley,
yeah.
Eagle. See you later.
Later, Blanket.
Later.
Boys.
Thank you very much, Eagle. It's been fun, and I'm hoping to come back for some more soon.
All right, man.
Peace out,
Pretty.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just thanking you for coming, brother. Appreciate it,
Peace
man.
out to the rest of you guys. Stoney, who's in here, General.
I don't know. Who's left in here? Just you and I.
Yeah,
I guess we
they
got
fucking
fucked off
bailed.
by the General. All right.
They did
Peace out, guys. Peace out, chat. See you guys
Later,
soon.
brother. Eagle, thank you very much. Appreciate it, my man. Have a good night.
I hope you had a happy birthday, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Seems like the Zoom audio was like super touchy tonight, or was it just me?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm having a hard time. Well, I got humidity shit going on, so I got fucking fans going on, so it sounds like a jet turbine engine over here. But yeah, it is kind of weird. Some people were really loud, and some were like I couldn't hear what they were saying. I don't know.
Sometimes, man, it's hard. The feedback. Sometimes I don't know. Zoom can be unkind. Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they'll get it all fixed. I'm sure 3-4 years from now, you'll look back and be like, "Oh my God, can't believe I was doing shows like that." You know, it's how it
Yeah,
seems.
look, I do that now. Stoney. Look back at some of the episodes and go, "Oh man, it's rough."
Hey, how do I sign up on this guest list thing? What do I have to do? Because I'm a member, right? So.
Right on. Well, I sent everybody links to their Instagram. So all you gotta do is click that link and fill out it's like a questionnaire. Basically, you put up a profile picture, anything you want them to know, a link to any web page or anything, you know what I mean? There's a bunch of shit you can add there to when they click you, whatever, that's up to I could fill them out, but I prefer to send them out to you guys. So you can put whatever you guys want on there. And then I just add your episodes to it. So
very cool.
There's links to your social medias. You can put links to your Instagrams. You can put links to fucking everything. You can put links to everything in that bio. So
very cool. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Right on. Have a good day, brother.
Have a great day. Everybody have a great day. Thank you for all the happy birthdays, too. Really appreciate it. Much love, everybody. You too, Eagle. Have a good one.
You too, brother. With that being said, it is time to get out. Yeah, sometimes, man, I feel bad because, man, every time, like, I personally talk, sometimes, man, I feel bad when I step on somebody's feet when I talk. Always. Sometimes Zoom just doesn't even give you a chance. And maybe it was just me. Maybe it's all on mine. Cheers. Trying to get my shout outs list together. It's all mixed up. It's been a few days. I need to rewrite this and put it in plastic like everybody suggested at one point or another. Get it all good and great. Keep my name out or an eye out for one of you guys' names. Questioning if it was there. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Weed Nerd World. Moreover, I hope you guys had a great weekend and a great start to your week. I didn't check in last night. I got some work done around the garden here. You see some stuff missing, and by the time you see the garden tomorrow, there's green fingers. You will see some more shit missing. Man, it's harder and harder to show up when the tents go down. I'm not afraid to say that. That being said, here we got a little music going. Little Steven Stills. Treetop Fly. Sub Cool D's House Tank Mama Lost 710 Scarecrow 420 Green Thumb Bulb Christina MG 89 Unplugged 705 Medical McGullicutter Rick T the Rebel the 9G 207 Baby Insulita Dave's Not Here Tom Spook Greg Walker Mendo Dope T Dog Dung Beetle Red Eye Jetta Girls Mother Nature Dunderson Conway Duckweed Run Boy 7426 Justin Gooder Strong Stain Man that's there we go Okie Grower 75 Corey Trevor Michael Wass Movies 420 Who's Your Cat Daddy Tackle Rick Don S or Don Slug Rick S in the bushes 827 James Siemens Kevin Hahn World's Last Hope Pats Fan 420 Biomentor Dirt Road Dude Kenneth Shiba Jose Ramirez Red Eye Rustler Dave Goblin Dr. Buzz Lightyear Acetone 710 Canuck Caniqueed Genetics Stabby Tanaze Fumdor Dirt Man Dan Keith of Black Sales Mr. Bolsilla Green Gardens Rasta Bob Rasta Jess Soil Roots Stall Tubes Tyler Frosty Buds North Michigan Micro Ouija Butts Dub T Roy Big Jar Grows AC Modern Genetics SoCal Weed Nerd John Last PPG 15 Green County Grower CJ Apple Perfectly Imperfected Dollar Tree Growers T1 Productions Stink Grower DOA Grow Meds Miss Nudie Grows I Grew Some Johnny Candace Seed Nutrient Shootouts Naughty Nikki Zoe and Sammer NNY Pixel Monkey St. Bernard's Observation Booth Clover 420 High Spy Aldridge 25 Miss Madam T Sumu Mo Grower The Can of Crate Loki Grows Sus This Guy Burton 79 Polish Hammer Midwest Outlaws 31 Voodoo Ultras Fresno Nerds Cali Connections Wolverine Grows Wolverine Grower Big Jar Grows Jimmy One for Life Way Back Farmer D Block MFP Nations Creations Amber Lana Psychedelic Warlock Artist LD Sir Sicky Rob Big Day 420 Brent Wendell Big Ed 1961 Manawana G3 The Green Click JK Triple G Mr. Sprinkley Brittany and Tyler Teasley Hope Farms Lisa G John Beach Crates for UBGW G420 Dr. Budswell Purpthumb OG Anthro Sons Me Anthro Just Face 420 British Coast Grower 420 Sir Hal Trey Malone Keep It Real Hagerton 420 Zeb Zeppelin Audit Everywhere BTW Grows Bingus Green Buffett Man Addicts for yourself South Life School of Cop Cause I Love It Green Mountain Grower Southwest Okie Real 100 212 Andy Man Randy Family Farms Page Farms Beyond Flyer Ryan Henderson Green 13 New Silva Wins King Black Phonics Indra Michigan Native Mary Jane Redguard Streamer 77 Double D Bad Bunny Nutrients Mr. Green Pots Mr. Green Nugs from 6166 from 619 to 664 well, there we go Spaniard Kruger Jodes of Grow Pop G Grows Raz Dro Grows Cast Grow from Your Heart Podcast Lily Luna The Green Med Flock Jerry My Miranda the Green Med Flock Lost Heart Mr. No One LG 420 Giant Mike Prometheus Soil Jason Ishel, P. Wynn, David Colby, Mason 66, Stu Scroggy Mate, Scroggins in the fourth, Goddess Gross, Kelly Burrows, Chad and Brad Family Farmers, Holly P, Kevin Jodry, Mike Honcho, Jay Huggins, GTA, Green Tree Hunter, Kush Cloud, Joshua Stevenson, Organic Homebuds, Warren Nelson, Cam Wood, Maine, Mystic, Show Love Always, Kelly Stone, Texas OG, Chuck Norris, Argels, Claire Fresno, Happy Guy, 311 Mix Up, Kinder Grows, Evergreen Hayes, G Friend Tree, MMJ, Mad Ass, Say Ball, Dragonfly, Beat, Justice Mad, Dragon, Travis Walls, Lucky Mike, Seattle, Chronic Seeds, King Chronic, Titan, Blesco Seeds, Shango, Gas, Flight, John Smith, Tommy from Tommy Trichome, Spoke King, Raz, Pop Little, Soul Roll, Spike Pilots, Oscar Green Jr., Matt Silbert, Indo 11, Stephanie B, Sharp Boy 989, Von Brown, Sovereign Gardens, Sonar Nation 420, Joe Y, Bugs 1313, Grower, Painted Lady, Frank Booth, Jay Myers, to Mid, to Chat, Mr. Manny D, Bag Seed, Dr. DGC. Dr. GGC Jeff, Shredder 911, Dutch Grows 420, Scallywag 420, Skillbow 1, Midway Grower 1, Empire Breeding Code for Goalie, Lost Leaf, Liam Mass, Danny Danko, B Bear 7, Ollie Noble, CK Time, Trinidad, Looney Jester, Smoking with Small Town, Tim Mass, Mr. Lazy, Raptor Grows, Rob, Automation is Freedom, Robert Hazelton, Dory, Michigan Core, Double Tap Farms, Mr. Green Thumb, 420, 808, Rooting Prospects, Ken Buff Server, Heat and Life, Kenny 710, Operation Grow, T-Ben, TM 42696, Fruit Nuts 619, Dr. Scrambles, VB Maroon Rocks, GHF Double J, Bio Green, Stealth Grower 56, Hanky Sink 420, OG, KP, Ganja Nana, Your Mama, Georgia Doe, Roy Rodriguez, Beat Growing, Nature's Best Snugs, Killer Bee Grows, Ganja Wizard, Husky Gardens, Nut Tree 420, Dr. U, Soil 4, Life 420, Bully 4, Life 420, The Jeff Bro 420, 69, Beavis 698, Dr. Franklin Booty, Goddamn, my Big Ted's Test, The Riffin' Fat Boy, Jack Greenstock, 420, Boom Farms, Charlie Farms, 420, Aldridge 25, Smiley's Garden, JD Smith, D Snug, Smoky Grow Frazier, Grow Koski, Twisted Roots, Faded Farm 420, Jeff Dorowski, Genetic Memory Farms, Navarro 420, Cameron, Mr. Bagseed, Jill Carter, Mystic Marks, Mystic Grower, Ginger Snap, CTE, Gross A, Rick Wolf, DLP 2372, Ned Denver, Mike Denver, Sergeant Pepper 420, Can Trooper, Blind Cat 420, Light Up Again, Tim, UKSIF 420, Buddha Boy, Dev Shipwreck Medical, MJ, Budsville, USA, Resurrection, Prophet, Chris Martinez, Dinkman 420, Dinkman Dan, Red Set Farms, Good Life, Joni Battle, T2P, Most Hated Growers, Major General 420 Army, The American One, W Digger 714, Sharates, Kenny Olsen, Alex Mountain Skies, ready, hit that hot fire, Chris Mertz, Ian Save, Robbie, Sergeant Live, Peppa Fade, Cam, Finger Lates, Finest, Rich Pat, Dozer Moon, Southern BT Grower, Choose Medical, Jer Bear, Plus One Mushroom, Secret City Pioneers, My Little Tent, 2042 Spacewalker, Christian, 3-month T Barrington, Heart and Soul, Homegrown, Mike B, T Dwayne, East Coast Will, Heidi Day, Galactic Gardens, John Smith, Elliptis, My Natural Farms, Pacific Northwest Seeds, Ross Kai Paul, Lemon Hoko, Trench, Rita's Juicy Life, 420 Grant Manual, Mary Bond, Semi Sizzle, 9-inch Colas, Chris Moo, DK Trades, Vision Creator, Guru, The Kind Brew, Cannon Nation, JJ Wire, Stand Indoor Man, Gromies, Homeless, Hamilton, Grown, Flip Smoke, Keystone, Cannon Flag, PA, Big High, 710, Eugene, Greenleaf, H. Drew, Hustle, Fred Dark, Carlos, North Arizona, Big Road, 420, No Cello, Jesse White, Gastain, Getty, Injured, the next also, Jay Vixen, Robin, Mr. Killer 8, Mo, James Buttercream, C-Dub from NorCal, Pharmacy, CPAC, Deadhead, Smokey, 616, Curtis Man, Matt Myrick, Morte, Rick Heyman, Stephanie Dorian, 10 Seeds, Vicarious K, Mike Rubles, the Drew Bear 420, Maxi 751, Lawrence got $1, Slow to Get Up, Stu Moo, Popco 719, Bake with Shake, Baby, Old Smoke, PWC, Grow Bud, Floor Wash, Mr. Weed Bloods, Old Screw Grower, Chad Westport, Honcho Grower, Floor Dogs, My Little Piece of Heaven, Puget Sound Seeds, Glass Grower, Richard T, Crispy Wannabe, Mr. Soul, Full Spectrum, Gone God, Lori Hanson, Real 2000 Years of Tradition, Mr. D. Conley, Pip Jam, Bodie Bay, Show Me Stats, for fuck Google and you, I'm going well. Canadian Resource, Porto, Call Rights, After, Humble Farms, Tannery Farm, Seldom Seen, Old Park Gardens, Hale 97, 82, Skunk Packs, Marshall Artist 2012, Micro Slave Hefner, Danny McDizzle, Perfectly Fit, KGB, Robert, Mr. Greenfingers, motherfucking Thomas. Cheers, brother. Rancho Coach of Plenty, Monkey Balls, Andrew Champlin, Bobby Lynn Means, Fritz Digger, Mr. Mag, Tony Lake Bologna, Bill S. Wheat Geese, Tater, Delicious, Minty, Country Roots, Huron Fire, Genetics, Earth Creeper, Big Ray 420, Teeny 101, Buds and Hands, Mr. Club 14, Peter B-Man Farm 616, Now Up North, Max Screwman, Ruby, Timothy McKibbins, Neo, Justin Beats, Chronic 88, Bad Real, Jennifer Steele, Kibbis 03, Turf Farmer, Shannon Stevens, Carlitos, Latinos, Gator Country, Miss Speed, Wolfstein, Firesaw, Wally Wookies, Goddess Grows, Rasta Bob, White Feather Grows, Burning Shrooms, Tone Grows, Dan Caveman Grows, BX Gun 81, Smith Dude Grows, Jade Monks, Think Agenda, Walla Walla Can Grow, Fall Dog, Huron Kennels, Council, Melissa Parrish, Rock Fam, Justice Mick, 420, Bin Fresh Grove, Driving Herbs, High Boy, Your Mailman Grows, We Be Growing, Australian Grown, For Love of the Plant, Argo, American, Smart Poker, Unfrozen Caveman, Wise Eyes, Surf Crab, Micro Goons, Teflo and Fells, Mobius Grows, Dank Brownie, Dan D, Elliott Harkins, Mystic Flavor, The Forging Gardner, Overwater, Overkill, Seattle Steve, Shadow Warrior, Valley Green, 514, Amelia Johnson, Oz Indica, Dr. MJ Coco, Brandon Russ, Matthew Gates, D's Bags, Drone Star, Shotgun Willard, Dink Yoda, Jay Simmons, Sure Bro Gold, Sure Bro Grows, there we go. Collectionist, Coop, DJ Conley, Aaron was late here the other night, like 1978. Michigan Grown Buds, Your Boy, Roy Boy, Delta 9, Jay McDaniels, Collectionist 420, Sticky Cole, Dylan Steinfer, PFC Farm, Husky Garden, Sun Growth 707, J.A. Drove, J420, Cascadian Growth, Tito's McGee, Poor Plants 8, Wheat Works, Captain Scruggs, Skunky Buns, Hans Warrior, Jackie Young, Terry Lee Live, McGasser Tempe, N.E.N.D. Urge, Green Jr., Leon from All Purpose Plus, Green Goose, 11 Smiles, 11 Bindu Buds, Michael Ross, Plenty, Wild Bobby, Sean Bench, Rescue Ready, Roadside, LLC, Notorious Nugs, Magma Seeds, Father and Son Trimming Tutorials, Stuff T-Take, Jose Ramirez, Perez, Doggo the Hut, 420 Moonbuck, Chiba Man, GR420 Community Videos, Detroit River Rat, Lewis Garcia, Michael B, AJ Everyday, Captain Bought Chet Bob 13, Mean 420 Med Grower, Cookie Coop, Jay Kendricks, In for the Grill, Backwoods All Good, Sally Man Sells, Adam Skinkin, Chanel Simpson, One Smoke Away, Ganja Roach, Kazoo, Aaron Burns Rooms, Mr. Lincoln Stinkin, Angel Studios, MG, the 420 Grow, Chet Paul T. Elliott, John Fleming, Dinkovich, Fiber, Flower, Polly P, Seldom Seen, Elevated, Lenny, Organic Sun Man, Chiba Sunny, Jeff Pollock, Ricardo Sosa, Dan J, Earth Friendly Farming, Candy Forest Farmer, Fuck All That Be, The Misfit Grower, Jason Line 512, Snake Eyes, Northern 4466, Jason Grayson, Sonar Baker, MD, Sony Creek, Russ Sonic, Prince Dweller, Tarzan, Superman, Old Man, Hermit Hash, Freebird, Boat Grower, Manny Gar, Simple Man, Survive One Time, Jim Blake, Off Coast, Chronic, Stink Factor, Caballero, Polero, Harley Grower, Jen Gods, Jason Line 512, Steve Cowan, Todd Kendricks, Property Maintenance, Sharpie, The Island Hayes, Scoop Steve Speaks, JR, Green Brandy K, TCDR. Hopefully you're doing well, brother. Claire Killian, Wardrobe, Farming, Brandy Grande, Fifth 1000, Facebook 223, Wake Up, Captain Freedom Bee, Puffer Smiles, 15 Digits, Michigan Gotcha Mooch, Hash, Fred G, Super Bob, Broski 808, Weekend at Bob's, K Bag, Justin Station, Strong Style, Organic, Sippy, Automatic, Honesty, K Hell, Me All Flower, Brent Boot, Todd Kendricks, Snoop, KT, Chris D, Soon, Old Tesla, Natty Dread, Robert Matthews, Ancient, So Grown, Kevin Jiu-Jitsu, Cannon Health and Happiness, Berserk 215, Collab, Low Cuts, Apple, Trenley, Mo, Manic Man, Raz, Bentley, Helen, Huge, Janus, James T, Atomic Spoon, Miss Jill, Big Daddy, LT Gardens, High Flyer, 420, Lobster Brush, Roll, Mother Tree, Maine, Red Pill, thank you for popping in, brother, bro, your boy, Roy Boy, Aesthetic, Shannon, Gibbons, Ruhan, Rick, comfortably numb. One smoke away, the 840 show, Richard Lamb, Red Pill 710 again because I'm grateful you came back. Canvas Pursuit, K Rolling, Worthy Buzz, Logan Man 81, Oil and Flower Podcast, Entourage Effect, Warren Dixon, Peak Lady, Luck El Mondo 420, surrounded by the Keith, Probably Farm, Fringe Dweller, Single Fathers, Happiness Without Guilt, Mike, Steve, 562, Ganja, James Chrysler, Green Ghost Genetics. I love this song, but they will fucking take down my video. They've done it before, man. I've had to go back and just fucking eliminate the song. 562 Ganja, James Chrysler, Green Ghost, Genetic, Zenzel, B. Benson, Astro Charlie, Sativa, Smart 4, GTT, A. Bush Doctor, Astro Charlie, Dirty Hope Gardens, K. Or TK, that is James D. Weaver, Grow Holmes, Corey Gagnon, Green Hill Farms, Hillbilly, Stacy Worm, Terps, Skunky Brewster, YBF, Larry OG of Hollis Farms, Spartan Grown, Johnny Green, Dumb 710, Michigan Wildfire, Seldom Seen, Gambler, Todd O'Connor, DP710, Caber Care, TV, Virginia Earth, Red Bremo, Equilibrium, Genetics, Trophy Truck, Skyway, Kevin O'Donnell, School Drop, Stupid Trucker, eBay, Bud Tenders, Glass Girl 420, Ted Nugs, Magazine, Grade 77, Ted Nugs, Skunk Cake, Glasswork, Beast Mode 347, Mike Atomic Skier, JMA 182, Justin Gucci, Webcam, Dan, Stoney, Baby Fat J, Cool Pip 1000, Dan, Stoney, Sunshine Farm, Daydream, Brad Star, Mountain Reed, Scotty Nowhere, Justice Smith, Not Sure, Red Bear Farms, 2 Dogs, See Butt Plug, Bungalow, Richard Forbes, David Winter, B4P Funk, Nick T, John Reese, What About Bob, Prince Patty, David Daniel, Barry Bergman, there we go. Jeez, that was a tough one. Green Puffin Man, B. Dudley, James Chung, Sarge Rose, 818, John Wayne, Carolina Root, Sister Golden Hair, Dana, El Dan Carino, Kane F. Gardens, Blank 1030, Choose One, Only V. Farmer, James, Crypto Dose, Richard Lamb, HIP Growers, Matt Green, Dan Marino, Chronic Wonder, Sunrise Grove, Top Lord, Genetics, Mold Vision 420K, 2 Cannabis, Dusty Fisher, My Dog Dahlia, Rooster Farms, Alex Hardy, Gear, one in the same medical copper, Daniel Rose Photos, Bitten Grove Med, Sunrise Grove, Lexi, Brittany, and Co. My big girls, you know I love you. No Limit 916, Croper Joe, Alchemist, Canna Make, Soul Born Addiction, Rise D, Alex D, Dirty Roar Catfish, High Power, Thunder Dan, Propagation Station, John McDaniels, Lisa Marie, Sarge Groves, 818, Blaze Haley, 5 Parker, Professional, Eagle Proud Warrior, Self Smash Warrior, you Frank, Usada, the Dink Duchess, Keno, Kelly, Maxwell, Stoney, Rockafeller, Skip, got ahead of myself there. Happy birthday, Captain 420, Frank Usada again, Steve Jack, What About Bob Ills, Justin Pops, John Gorski, Jen Doe, Dungeon Gazer, THC4PT, SCT, Barrington, Nacho Grown, Swamp Camp, Plero, Cannabinka, SLV, John Doe, Mr. Manny, Ken Ferrari, Bo 20, AV Normal, Frank Guerrero, Bear Feet, J Brent, 74, CK, Brown Guy 420, Packager 420, Burning Tree, Main 8, Great Sun Grove 207, Hydro Daily, Hempwood, Jamie Green, Supreme Great. Again, happy birthday, Sony, Bruce City, Sin, Wax the same old Midnight Roots, Dead Cynic Knuckles, Mike P, Paulie B Quick, he's the little buddy, Phil Watson, Michael D889, Michael P, I can't remember this band, bro. Little Matt Joseph, Grace Smith, RX, Keith the Chief, Hydro Daily, Concerned American, Cannabis 411, Freedom of Speech, Dr. George Word. Ooh, these streets, Constance Sudoku, Subtenants, Oil Upside Down, Jesse Stevenson, Victoria Badude, Sets, Cannon Butter Babe, Sacred Gardens, Gus Road, Slick Brick 8, Dog Pound, David St. Louis, I Move Watts, Castaigne, Yeti, Ed Britton, MN Grown, Uncle Emmer, Off Grid Terms, Christopher, Big Horse 54, Last Predator, Matthew from SoCal, Sioux, Illinois, Fanbird, Chief Proof, Genetics, that is, course, Dork Horse Genetics, Sonar Dude, Joel and Jen from North South Genetics, Carol Ann, Mr. Cry, PTA, B13, Leo, Brood Beyond Perfection, XX Elite, GP, XX, Uncle Sonar, Crispy Tree Kitchen, Grower Paradise, LED Grown, I see Clan, Decoy Bacon, Mr. Scotto, Fresh Bake One, JL and Big Bob Grows, Jolly Canna, Astro Eagle, Chuck 420 Gardens, Daniel Phillips, Mr. Nowhere Man, Selling Sally, Silly Seashells, Lucky Claudie Goslin, Mountie World, Green Glove, CT Gardens, Benny Ben, Up and Able, Mr. Margruber, Twister 5, Sentimental, Green Goddess, Alberta, Canvas Store, Earth Creeper, Dawn Hazelhurst, Matt Nels, John Gall, Coolward, Robert Rittenhouse, Pedro Disney, Joey Berger, Meister DeVille, Mikey from Maui Gold Genetics, Michigan Danks, Earth Friend, Earth Dragonfly, Earth Medicine, there we go, Thunder Dan, one more time, San Louis Sungrown, Super Bob, Dutch Grove, 420, Tough Impact, Mystery, Green Gypsy, 1 Dot, 2 Dirty Rotten Till 69, Seti Gage, Shidjabug, Savernay, Paco, Samarco, B. Ridley, Val F, Top Impact, Crazy People Doing Stuff, Weight 5, Multiple Division, Patio, Bears growing it, Home Invaders, getting no motherfucking pity, Blue Kiss Gardens, Crack Baby CWC, Shorter for Life, Token Party, Token Pirate, Supernatural, Brittany Nicole, Sacred Gardens, Rasuba, Joy One Love, Mr. No BS, Penny Rip, Penny, Pebble Rippers, Frank, Rowdy 420, Chef Jay Reese, Dog Days Gardens, Claire, Maureen, Big Force 54, 420, Green Goddess, Luke Cell, Pearly Baker, Christ, Tycoon Juggles, Diggity Dink, Al the Beastly, Laura Camp, Swimmer 22, The Grow Boss, Jim Clemmer, Northwest, NB Closet Grower, there we go. Blinded by the Light, Weed Gnome and her, or Weed Fairy and her gnome, Miss Vicious, Doc Halis, Mr. Toad, Uncle Rick, Mr. 12 and 12, Cassie the Pirate Fairy, Mr. Mark Leafly Hill, Panda Cat PK, Urban Remo, Red Dragon Brothers, Journey of a Grower, Dab Humper, JG, GML, thank you for your help. Leafly Wiggly, the Cannon Man, High and Tight 420 PG, the Humble Local 4 or 2.0, Dicka D, K Good Farm, Zachary G, Say Your Wolf, BU, Eddie Alvarez, Turp Wizard, Paisley Acres, S.103, Drewzilla, MK Old Girl, Chilbert, UK, Brandon Harris, 710 Cannon Sewer, Pheno Fisherman, Hemp Knight, and last but not least, our good friend Weedus 207. I'm grateful for everybody on this list, everybody who watches, everybody that participates. Oh, this is the camera I'm looking into. With that being said, hopefully you guys know the deal. If this is the end of your day, your journey, please get some rest. If this is the beginning of your day, your journey, well, take time for a little bit of self-love, a little bit of meditation. You cannot give what you do not have along along the lines of what is, I'm hoping, your prosperous day. Please take time to do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. I'm a living, breathing example of that. Bad time to plug the Patreon. But with that being said, if you guys have already subscribed to the Patreon and had not clicked into a tier yet, please do so you get some free shit out of that. With that being said, that's where we're going to be doing some giveaways over there. Please consider it at least. There's only 36 of you guys pumping the show along right now. Grateful for you guys, man. You don't know how much help that has been keeping the show alive, getting the website together, keeping the thing going, pushing things ahead. Thank you guys very much. With that being said, I'll see you later tonight. You guys have a great Tuesday. I'm out.